Master Chauffeur. Hasharam Tazama, the Ten Commandments. Ra'a, Yahaya, Raka, Alahayim, Akarayim, Iopinia. No and not have other gods before me. La'a, Thayosha, Laka, Pasa, Wala'a, Thayobadma. No or not thou make graven images to serve them. La'a, Thalakwa, Sham, Yahweh, Ba, Shiwa. No or not thou take the Most High's name in vain. Zakar, Ha-Yuam, Ha-Shabbat, La, Kodashwa. Remember the Sabbath day, keep it holy. Kabal, Avakah, Wa, Makah, honor your father and mother. La'ata, Latazak, no and not thou murder. La'ata, Kanab, no and not thou adultery. La'ata, Ganab, no and not thou steal. La'ata, Anashikar, no and not thou testify falsely. La'ata, Kamad, Kala, Shira, La, Rakaya. No and not thou covet, which is our neighbors. Selah, hallelujah. Amen.
Praise Yah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Selah. Thank you, Elder. Hallelujah.
Hasharam.
And everything you should do is in Yah's name. You've got to do everything that he says in his name.
Yeah.
Woo. Praise Yah.
Praise Yah.
Praise Yah.
Hasharam Tazama, the Ten Commandments.
Romans 11:5. That's when we was talking about that remnant.
Praise Yah. Praise Yah.
Praise Yah. Thank you, Yah.
Praise Yah.
Yes. Romans 11:5.
Shalom! Welcome to Mashiach's Assembly! Don't forget, shoes off at the door!
Respect Yah's house.
Hey, Maya is so. Hey, Maya is so. Toraba, Yahaya. Toraba, Yahaya. Praise Yah!
Praise Yah.
We sing praises to your name. Oh yeah. We sing praises to your name. Oh yeah. For your name is great and greatly to be praised. Praise Yah.
Praise Yah.
We sing praises to your name.
Shalom, handsome young man. Good to see you. Shalom. All right, hold on. Let me get myself together. Let me put my battle rag on. About to go to the wall. Today's live stream. Welcome to the House of Yah. Epstein Island files shocker. Shocker on the Epstein Island. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a shocker tonight. Oh, I got some stuff coming out tonight. Gonna be crazy work. I got some exposing. I got some stuff y'all didn't know. Oh yeah, the files is coming out. The files is coming out. Oh yeah, the Democrats, the Republicans. Yeah, it's gonna be some stuff coming out tonight that y'all didn't even know. And it involves some blacks. Yeah, it involves some black people. They had some black people messing with Epstein's old mess, allegedly. All right? Oh, yeah. We're going to expose it tonight. I got some clips y'all ain't never seen before. I got some spooky stuff. We're going to show a little bit of Epstein's Island, all allegedly. We're going to play the allegedly game tonight. You heard? All right. So we live over on YouTube, but we also live on the what they call that, the YouTube shorts live stream feed. So if you find yourself in a vertical format, on a live stream, that means you on a YouTube. So you're gonna see when you go to the channel, it's two live streams. One is the regular one for your regular format, 16:9, the long screen, and then the other one's just a vertical format, like a TikTok, YouTube short format. So it's two live streams. So if you don't like the vertical one on your phone like that, come on over to the other one, close out that one, go to the page, click on the other live stream. So I want the people, the house, in the comments, y'all let me know which live stream. Hold on, I'm getting my life together. Let me get my hair together. Which one of the on the page, which one of them is it, the first one or the second one that's the shorts, the vertical one, so I can title it, because they won't let me know before it goes live. So they won't let me know which one of the on my page, if is it the first live stream one that's the vertical, or the second live stream one that's the vertical, because I want to name it, but I don't know which one it is. So y'all are watching, it's okay, so the second one is the vertical, the second one is the YouTube vertical one. Let me I'll show it in a second. Okay, the second one is the short. Okay, so we're gonna change that right now. So the newer people who find us, shout out to Dewan Brown. Yo, Dewan, I got some crazy info coming out tonight. Oh, we got some black people what is black people doing messing with Epstein? We should know better. We be doing too much. That's chasing that money. Chasing that money. That's what you get. Get that love of money is the root of all evil. That mammon. All right, got these people. Y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna be shocked too. This mess going on, and they hiding it. Both sides of the political spectrum. They all scared of the files coming out. They were just always talking about the orange dude. The orange dude scared. The orange dude scared. Oh no, he ain't the only one scared. Y'all gonna see tonight. He ain't the only one. It's others. Oh, they fronting. They playing games. But I got all the receipts. Y'all know Unc. Tonight is tea time with Unc. Y'all know I don't even drink tea. We don't even do all that. But I guess this is tea. All right? Because we about to expose some things tonight. All right. So hold on. Let me check my mic level. All right. The mic sounds right. Check 1. All right. Now I'm going to go to over here. We're going to go. Let me put the link so my brothers and so I ain't all big on the screen. So my brothers and sisters can join me on the screen. So invite guests, right? Copy. And then Control V. Enter. All right. Enter. All right. So now they seem to have them linked. Last time they didn't have them linked. I like that better because it was almost 1,000 views on the live stream and almost like 7 on the vertical one. So, altogether almost 2,000. I like that better than they seem like they putting it together. All right. So now, it's going to come out tonight. Wait till y'all see the stuff I'm going to expose tonight. All right. So I got this up. So now y'all said the second one was the short. So let me edit that title. So I'm going to put this one, I'm going to put shorts view. And put a parentheses, right? Shorts view. Okay. All right. Now let me save it. And y'all let me know if that worked. All right. So I'm going to come back to y'all. I left that up so we can change it live. All right. So it just switched to the short. Uh-oh. So now when you go to my, hold on, let me let the elder in. Shalom, elder. All right. So now when you go to the, let me let Yasha in. Let me let Hayama in. All right. Now when you go to the, to the channel, now y'all tell me which one of them says short view, and is that so click on the one that says short view and let me know that's the shorts. All right, good. We did it. All right. So now the people can they can have separate which one it is. They know the distinction between the two live streams. So the ones who like the short view, you can see which one it is. And if you like the regular long form view, then you can see which one that is. All right. So now we about to get some exposing to do. Oh, I got the tea on the Epstein mess, and it's getting so much messier. Now, the crazy thing is they is steady saying the orange dude, the orange dude, the orange dude, right? They just steady. But guess what? Oh, it's more than the orange dude. Oh, shooky. It's going down. All right, let's go. Here we go. Copyright disclaimers are in effect. Hold on. Let me share screen. It's going down. It's going down. It's going down. Let's go. Everybody coming in. Welcome to the House of Yah. Everybody live stream. If you're your first time finding us, please like the video so others can find out we live. We got some exposing to do. All right, where's the share? Share, window, bang, share. I know y'all like, well, Unc, what's that? Who that? Who that, Unc? Yeah, who that? Uh-huh. That's one of the blacks that got something to do with Epstein. Oh, yeah. Epstein and this woman. Oh yeah, don't give no spoiler alerts for y'all. I know you Hebrews. I know you blacker blacks, so-called blacker blacks, right? So-called black people. I know y'all like the, I know what this is. Hold your horses. No spoiler alerts, all right? After it finishes, you can be like, I knew what it was, everybody. Or you can say, I know what it is, but just don't say anything. Don't be putting nobody's name. Don't be putting nobody's video, all that, because it's going down. All right. Now, Epstein and this woman. Uh-huh. So I know y'all like, what, but who was the other one? Who was the other one? All right, let me show y'all. Stop share screen, window. Where's she at? I know y'all like, but who this? Oh, this one is this one crazy work. Wait till we get to this one. When I get to show y'all who this one is, that's when it gets spooky. Oh yeah, we got some spooky stuff too. We got some scary stuff like Halloween. Okay. Don't go. Phyllis, get out of the YouTube live. Go to the other one. The other one is the regular one. One says YouTube Shorts. Right? Get out of that. I mean, you're in the short live stream. Go to the other one. Come out of that. Go back to the page, click on the other one, you'll be at the regular one. All right? All right. So they made a thing they gave an option because some people just like they like the shorts thing. I don't know why, but whatever. So YouTube gave them an option. It just is what it is. All right. So now we have to adapt to all this stuff. There you go. You got it, Sister Phyllis? All right. All right. Now we cooking with olive oil. So this, I know y'all like, okay, this the one. Epstein did this to the black of the blacks, right? Now, okay, so y'all watch the trolls. Okay, so now another thing that's going to happen to the moderators is because now we're on live YouTube Shorts, we're going to have a lot of trolls, right? Like this troll just came in on the Shorts using the F-bomb and stuff, right? So they're going to be trying to, it's just real nasty. Shout out to Boogeyman Bob, right? So now, watch this. So when we show the video of this, that's when it gets spooky. Oh yeah, their woman here is spooky, and y'all gonna know what it is. All right, okay. So let's get started. All right, let's get started. So how I'm gonna start. I'll start with my intro. All right. So let me put the other one up first because I'll put this. I'll put this one up when I get back. Hold on for 1 sec. I'll put this one up when I get back to breaking her down. All right. So go ahead, Akiyama.
We have an Earth birth today.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. Happy Earth birth to you, Ahana Yah. daughter of Yah in our ministry. It's her earth birth, the day that the Most High breathed a breath of life into her blood, into her body, into her bloodstream, his will, into her blood, her soul, and she became a living nafayash, a living soul. May the Most High bless you on the earth birth. May you go forth and thank the Most High on this day that you came on down to fulfill your purpose on earth. We thank you for being one of our sisters, seeking his face, seeking his righteousness, and may the Most High bless you on this day. May you go forth and live the whole year out as a year in prosperity and growth and development and righteousness of the Most High, and may you continue to help and guide others and be a light in this dark world. Happy earth birth to you, Ahana Yah. May the Most High bless you during this another year of your life, daughter of Yah. Happy earth birth to you. All right, now, here we go. Epstein and this woman. Oh, this woman here. Okay, so, Unc, let's get started. We're going to get started. And then I got copyright disclaimers because, Unc, we're going to show video. I'm going to show y'all clips you ain't never seen before. All right? So, Unc, who is this black person on the screen? Who is this black woman? Okay, so-called blacker than black, right? Okay. Now, is this Epstein's right hand? Yeah, in a way. She was his right hand partner. And it's all coming out. I'm going to show y'all tonight. Shout out to Sister Amanda. I'm going to show y'all files. Okay, so y'all know the Epstein, the Epstein files? That's because I moved over because it's short. It cuts me out, so I got to be all over to the side. The Epstein files that's leaking, right? They leaked, I think, 23,000 pages. I got some of the files. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you on the screen the actual files. And they say this tea time. I don't even drink tea. We don't do all that. But I guess not the new phrase, but they call it tea time when you a gossip or something. Well, it ain't gossip. It's actually the files. I'm going to show you the actual files. Oh, yeah, we got the files. All right. Now, your mama, B. All right. So now let's continue. All right. Now, the moment the world has been waiting for is finally here. Right? Get B out of here because B stands for let me not. All right, get B out of here. All right. Now, the moment that the world has been waiting for is finally here. They're releasing the files. All right? The Epstein Island files. The names, dates, connections, and testimonies. It involves politicians, celebrities, billionaires, influencers, right? They all are going to be exposed when these files. For years, the media, the government, and the powerful elites tried to bury the story under scandal, confusion, silence, right? But the Safari Yah, what they call the Bible, says that nothing that's in the dark will be hidden that won't be revealed. That's Luke 12, right? So the dark secrets of Epstein's network are being revealed and exposed for the entire world to see. And tonight we're going to show exclusive footage. We're going to show some of the files and what the documents actually say, beside what the media is spinning. I don't care if it's Republican, Democrats, or that idiot B who was just here. You understand? Idiot juice. We got the fruit, we got the files, we got exactly what it says. We actually got Epstein's actual emails, all of it, right? Now, they are hiding a lot of it from y'all. I was shocked that the stuff y'all about to see tonight should be the front page of all the newspapers, of all the feeds. But I'm like, it ain't shown everywhere. Oh, everything is intentional, right? So tonight we're going to break down what the documents really say, who they implicate, why they hiding it, right? And this moment is connection of prophecy, judgment, and exposure. All right. Now, tonight we're going to learn that they went from the Democrats yelling out, release the Epstein files, right? Remember that. They kept telling the orange dude always, release the Epstein files, release the Epstein files. You don't want to release the Epstein files, right? But that was a hoodwink. Guess what you're going to see tonight? of course, both sides of these politicians is wings of the same bird, right? So they got the people thinking the orange dude is trying to hide the files. But guess what? We're going to show? The Democrats actually didn't release the files. They were suppressing the files. And what you're going to see tonight, I know why, right? So as they kept saying, shout out to Bilal, as they kept saying, release the files, that was a smokescreen, right? So they say release the Epstein files while they protecting these Edo files. Yeah, one is Files, the other one's Philes. I can't say the Edo word for those who know. Pedastry, right? Those files. So they're telling you to release the Epstein files at the same time they're protecting all these Edo files. All right? It's crazy work. Tonight, the Democrats got some splaining to do. Now, here we go. For y'all to know, the first clip we're going to show, Epstein Island is located, that island is located within the Virgin Islands. Now, that right there kind of blew my mind when I found out, because what a dichotomy, right? What in the, right? It's like, that's like insanity and honesty. It's like funny. It's like, so the Epstein Island is located within the Virgin Islands, right? Make that make sense, right? But, all right, let's do it. Let's do this. So I got to be guided. Let's do the first video clip of the night. All right. Copyright disclaimers. I got a lot of video clips. So I'm going to, hopefully the Most High gives me guidance so I can walk this out, because I got a lot of info, a lot of clips, a lot of everything. I got receipts to show. I got images. I got the files to show. So I'm going to do the first video clip now. And I'm going to do, that's my video 1, right? And all right, I'm going to do this one first, right? Copyright disclaimer. Now, this ain't, I'm not, what you call that, political, right? I could care less. I ain't no Democrat. I ain't no Republican. I'm a child of the Most High, right? I just want the truth, right? I don't know, you know, I know y'all be like, you stupid, but I don't even vote. So I ain't got no dog in no political fight. I think people foolish, because you thinking they wings are the same bird, right? They just operating differently, but they got the same goal and agenda. It's just a ruse. It's just a ditty. That whole political stuff is a big ditty, allegedly, right? So I ain't in the fight. All right. So I want y'all to think I'm on the orange dude side or I'm on the Democrat side. I ain't on none of their side. I'm on the side of the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And it needs to be exposed. You heard that part? All right. Copyright disclaimers are in effect. Stop share. Let's go. First video of the clip of the night. Share screen. Bang. 1. Share. All right. First video clip of the night. Copyright disclaimers are in effect for reactionary purposes only. We don't own rights to the video. Lego. Make it full screen. First clip of the night. Here we go. Hold on. I got to start it and then pull it back, because they need.
In other news, Donald Trump says he has asked the Justice Department to investigate convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein's ties to many other high-profile figures. In a post on Truth Social, the US president said...
All right, so the orange dude, he just posted this, right? He says, now that the Democrats are we going somewhere. We about to go somewhere. It's going to be crazy. Get out your feelings. I'm not pro nobody. Let's discuss and show what's happening, and we're going to show the files. All right. He says, now that the Democrats are using the Epstein hoax, right, involving Democrats, not Republicans. So what he posted, he says, now that what's coming out, because the files, I think 23,000 pages of the files came out. And what came out of the files was that the Democrats had more to do with Epstein than the Republicans. Head thrown emoji. I ain't the Democrat or Republican, but I ain't the one to sit up there and be lied to. Now they playing people puppet master, and you say you need to get your head out the sand, get your head out your booty, and see the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Okay? Now listen clearly. He's pointing out now, he says, guess what? The files are coming out. And guess what's exposed? The Democrats had more to do with Epstein's mess than the Republicans. So he said, now that the Democrats are using the Epstein host involving Democrats, not Republicans, that's what he's saying, because that's what's coming out in the files. You're going to see it. He says, they're doing this to try and deflect from their disastrous shutdown. He was talking about the shutdown. That's another thing people didn't know, that the shutdown happened because the Democrats didn't want to do this thing and all this stuff. But whatever, I'm not Democrat or Republican. Just listen to me. I mean, don't listen to me, just listen, right? And he says, and all the other failures, he says, I will be asking Attorney General Pam Bondi and the Department of Justice, together with our great patriots I don't believe all that great patriots lied from the lake of fire. They just as wicked as the rest of them, allegedly. Okay. But he says, I'm going to be asking Pam Bondi to investigate Jeffrey Epstein's involvement and relationship with Bill Clinton, with Larry Summers, with Reid Hoffman, with J.P. Morgan Chase, and many other institutions to determine what was going on with them. All right. Now, all right. So that clip.
He would ask Attorney General Pam Bondi and the FBI to look into Epstein.
All right. So whatever. Y'all gonna know what all that means in 1 second. Let's go. We just getting started. Everybody pull up a seat, grab your snacks. We about to expose tonight's lesson. Epstein files shocker. Blacks on the island exposed. Never seen footage. Here we go. Copyright disclaimers are in effect for educational purposes only. We don't own rights to the video for reactionary purposes. Share this tab instead. Everybody, welcome to the Epstein Island. This is an actual image of the actual island, right? All right. Now, here we go.
I had a falling out with him a long time ago. I don't think I've spoken to him for 15 years.
Great James Patterson, who's a member of Mar-a-Lago, made a statement yesterday that many years ago I threw him out.
Our next guest is best-selling author and novelist James Patterson. In 2016, he wrote...
All right, I'm going to explain what's going on. So there was a person who wrote a book, James Patterson, and he, years ago, about the Epstein scandal, right? And all of that stuff, right? And he wrote in his book, I'm not pro or against them, we just bringing out, this stuff going to come out. He wrote in his book that through all his investigation and through the victim's testimony, they said the orange dude ain't have nothing to do with the stuff that Epstein was doing to those little girls, right? This is just this. I ain't pro nothing. Y'all just listen. Don't take the banana in the tailpipe. Stop getting diddy. Don't take they diddy you from both sides. All right. If people of truth want to know the truth. All right. Now watch this. This is the actual island, right? So that's Epstein Island, and it's on the Virgin Islands, right? So the orange dude had a disagreement with Epstein, right? So the orange dude, back when he was young, that's the pictures that they show when they show him with Epstein, is because he was running through South Florida, and Epstein had his stuff on South Florida and all that, and the orange dude had the Mar-a-Lago resort, and Epstein was a member of it and everything, and they was running in the same circles, right? But allegedly, it was said back then, and then the victim, one of the Epstein's victims, said it herself. She wrote a book, and she said it herself. She said that the orange dude had nothing to do with the stuff that Epstein was doing too. One of the victims. Now, she said her name is Virginia Guffrey. Y'all gonna see in here. But let me continue. So she said, I'm gonna show y'all the receipts for everything I'm saying. I just want to show the island. I'm giving the opening. We're in our opening. Now, she said, her words, she said the orange dude had nothing to do with it. And she also said that the orange dude kicked him out of the Mar-a-Lago resort. Kicked him, and that's when they fell out. So most people don't know that the orange dude and Epstein became enemies. And the lady, her name was Virginia, she unalived herself. You're gonna see her. She unalived herself, right? Or allegedly, who knows, maybe something else happened, but she's no longer here. But she wrote a book and she did posts. I'm gonna show you. Now she said that, and then I'm gonna show y'all the actual Epstein files that's written with her name and stuff. Now she said that he was on the Mar-a-Lago resort Epstein was harassing the little girls. And when the staff workers told the orange dude that he kicked them out, that's what he said. All right. He said he kicked them out, and the orange dude said he kicked them out. Right. And this was actually public knowledge. Now, what most people don't know is him, the orange dude, and Epstein was in a beef after that. Right. So Epstein was doing everything to try to take the orange dude down. People don't know that. So today, the Democrats are trying to make everyone think that him and the orange dude was rocking out all that time, but they wasn't. That's a lie. All right. So this video is when the orange dude has said he had a falling out with him a long time ago. Right. But I'm going to show y'all some of the island. Then we're going to get to a lot of the receipts. And I got some very good clips coming. All right. Here we go.
I had a falling out with him a long time ago. I don't think I've spoken to him for 15 years.
The great James Patterson, who's a member of Mar-a-Lago, made a statement yesterday that many years ago I threw him out.
Our next guest is best-selling author and novelist James Patterson. In 2016, he wrote about Jeffrey Epstein in his book, Filthy Rich. President Trump had...
So that is on Epstein's Island, right? For those who know what this symbol means, right? Let's continue.
Rich. President Trump had some sort of falling out with...
And this symbol on Epstein Island, Sol Invictus. Okay, for those who know, all right? All right, anyway. Now look at these creepy stuff on this island, all right? A beautiful island, but look at some of the structures and the domiciles on the island. Some of the, right? Okay. All right. Let's continue.
Years ago, I threw him out.
Our next guest is best-selling author and novelist James Patterson. In 2016, he wrote about Jeffrey Epstein in his book, Filthy Rich. President Trump had some sort of falling out with Epstein. We do know that he did kick him out of...
All right. Did y'all see that on his island? See? They got the ancient, I guess, astrological Sol Invictus time chart clock. Look, surrounded by stones in a circle. All right? Y'all see all this? Stuff on the island. Okay.
Epstein. We do know that he did kick him out of Mar-a-Lago.
There are two incidents there. One was apparently there was a member and
Now look at this on the island. I don't know what that's supposed to be. What is that, guys? What is that? All right. So anyway, let's continue.
With Epstein, we do know that he did kick him out of Mar-a-Lago.
There are two incidents there. One was apparently there was a member and Epstein was inappropriate with the member's daughter. The other piece, and I interviewed a woman who would run the spa there, and I said, did you know Jeffrey Epstein? She said, oh, yes. She said he used to come over to the spa, and I found him to be inappropriate with the young girls there. And she said, I went to Mr. Trump, and he threw him right out.
So it's your understanding, then, that President Trump didn't know what Jeffrey Epstein was up to?
That is correct.
Mr. Bradley Edwards, attorney who's...
All right. So the employees, the people who was complaining, and the dude who wrote the book, they said that once that Epstein was being inappropriate with the young girls and all that, and the orange dude kicked them out. And they had a beef ever since. All right? But look at the island. All right? So this right here, I don't know what kind of sacrificial thing going on, but it got a lot of crazy looking. Look at that right there. Maybe that's a generator or some type of thing, but I don't know what that thing is right here. Right? All right.
Incidents there. One was apparently there was a member and Epstein was inappropriate with the member's daughter. The other piece, and I interviewed a woman who would run the spa there, and I said, did you know Jeffrey Epstein?
All right. Now this is on the island as well. So look, it's funny, it's crazy because he got all these things situated in different places, right? On the island. Okay.
She said, oh, yes. She said he used to come over to the...
Now look at this domicile, right? Look at this building, right? Now we don't know what kind of sacrifices or whatever was going on in this building. But look at the building.
Spot. And I found him to be inappropriate with the girls, the young girls there. And she said,
look at the front door. Now, if that don't look creepo, I don't know what do. That look creepo. Yeah, look at that door. Okay?
But I went to Mr. Trump and he threw him right out.
So it's your understanding then that
that's looking like some of the inside of it. I don't know what's going on. Shout out to Hebrew Jamaican Cooley. Oh, our brother Hebrew Jamaican Cooley, he has a go send a go send me. Hebrew Jamaican Cooley, could you post the go send me so I can post it for you? He's you know, we're called to be our brothers and sisters keeper. So he got fired from his second job. He has 2 jobs. He's taking care of his wife and his 4 children, and he's a hard worker, and he lost his second job, and so he's behind on his bills, and he's going through a really rough time right now. So he put up a go fund me or go send me or go send and go. I don't know how to, so I'm gonna post the link. So Hakyama, he's gonna post the link, and could you grab it and post it? So if anyone wants to donate to our brother for going through a hard time, that you have the link for it. All right.
It
And he's a
might be
hard worker.
difficult for him to post links since he's not a
Okay.
moderator.
Give Singo. Okay, so he gave me the link. I just don't know where I put it now. I saved it because I was gonna post it, but I'm on the live. I don't know where I put it. I copied it somewhere. Because I want to be able to post it for him. I copied it somewhere. Go just open my email. Let me just do that. I'll do it because I apologize for everybody who's like, we don't care about that. No, I got it on my email. I gotta open my email though. Okay, open the email, right? And I gotta hurry up because we live. I know everybody like, okay, there we go. So, okay, I got it. Now let me grab it. Where'd you put it? Oh, I don't see it now. I see the Cash App. I don't see the what's the name? All right, let me try to, I know you sent it in the other one. I think I favored it. Let me go to Starred. All right, I apologize, everybody. Give me 1 second. This is actually a ministry, so we try to help. This ain't, all right? So maybe that could show you that this ain't just, we ain't just some random channel doing crazy stuff. We try to help as much as we can. There it go. Safe links, outlook.com. I don't know if that's it. I had it. Why I can't find it? Is it that Outlook? Give Singo. That's it. All right, let me copy this. Okay. I got it. And then I'm going to put it here. Hopefully they let me put it in the chat. Post, Control V. I don't know if they're going to let me though. All right. I don't know if that's going to be clickable. That looks crazy in the thing. No, that didn't. It's too big. That didn't post. That didn't post because that's too much. The links is too. All right.
If you forward the link to me, I can make it smaller for you.
Okay, forwarded where? Boy, I'm on a
Just
live.
an email is fine.
All right, so hold on. All right, I'm in my email. Y'all give me 1 second. All right, I know I apologize. I know people are impatient. They're like, we ain't come here for this. We came here for the tea. All right, the tea coming. It's about to be crazy. The next clip, I'm going to show you an even crazy clip to get y'all. All right, so let me go to inbox. Let me do create this, Control V, and then I'm going to send it to you, Hakiyama. And I can't see it. Oh, my goodness. It's all right. But this is what we call it to do. So get, there we go. KY, there we go. Bang. All right, I'm sending it to you now. Send. All right, you got it. So now I can get back to regularly scheduled programming. All right. So now, and then he has his Cash App too. I think it's at Kermani Doctor. KERMANIDOCTOR. Brothers, he's a hard worker. He's working really hard. So he's just trying to survive out here, you know. And again, if we can help somebody, then we will. You know, we are called to be our brothers and sisters' keeper. All right, now let's continue. So, okay, so that's there. Let me go. Where was I at? I had the video up, right? So go here and bang. And where's the video? There. Okay. And let me see what y'all see. Yeah. All right. So this building looks very creepy, right? I don't know what's going on in this building. You see that front door, right? And so this the dude who wrote the book, right? And he said when he wrote the book, all right,
President Trump didn't know what Jeffrey Epstein was up to.
That's great.
Mr. Bradley Edwards, attorney who's represented many of the victims of...
No, this is the attorney who represented the victims of Epstein.
Jeffrey Epstein.
The only thing that I can say about President Trump is that he is the only person who, in 2009, when I served a lot of subpoenas on a lot of people, or at least gave notice to some pretty connected people that I wanted to talk to them, he is the only person who picked up the phone and said, let's just talk. I'll give you as much time as you want. I'll tell you what you need to know, and was very helpful in the information that he gave, and gave no indication whatsoever that he was involved in anything untoward.
All right. Now, I just wanted to show that, right? Because we going somewhere. We just getting started. Now, I'm going to get to some of the juicy, right? Because it's about 70 of us here on the live. I want to try to wait till some people come in, till more people come in, right? It's about 70 of us here so far. All right. So now, let me get to the thumbnail. Who was the person on that thumbnail? All right. And then, all right, let's go. Let's go. Now, here we go. I need to make this smaller. There we go. So now I can still see the chat. All right. Now, I'm going to stop share. I'm going to come back here, share screen, window, bang, share her. Who is this? Epstein and this woman. Everybody. Introducing a member of Congress. Her name, this is crazy. Her name is Stacey Plaskett. All right. Now, she's from New York City. The ex-president Bush and the Department of Justice appointed her, right? They appointed her to the United Health Council. All right. Now, when she started, she was a Republican. All right. So she was a Republican appointee under President Bush, right? And the Department of Justice to the United Health Council. She was also a Bronx assistant district attorney. All right. The Bronx get an L tonight, but not really. But she was a Bronx ADA. She was also part of the Health Ethics Council. So it sounds like she's good, right? She's part of the Health Ethics Council. She was a Bronx Assistant District Attorney, right? And she's part of United Health Council, appointed by the Department of Justice. Okay, it's like the sister got it going on, right? Stacey Plaskett. Okay, Plaskett. Now, she comes from New York City, but somehow, just somehow, instead of her running for public office, when she was running to run for office in New York City, where she's from, somehow she just mysteriously popped up in the Virgin Islands. Hello, we going somewhere. Epstein's Island is located where? in the Virgin Islands. All right, let's put the pieces together. So she has all these positions. So she was part of the House Ethics Council from the 1990s all the way to 2006, right? She was a Bronx ADA, part of United Health Council, all that. But instead of her running for office in New York, somehow she just pops up in the Virgin Islands and she became a delegate. And she changed her political affiliation, listen, from Republican to Democrat. Now, what a lot of people don't know is that this happens all the time, that these politicians will start out Democrat or Republican, and then they'll switch up depending. I told you it's all a big ruse anyway, right? Wings of the same bird. But they got the regular people so caught up in this division of I'm Democrat and I'm for the left and you the right. Fool, these are wings of the same bird. So they flip-flop whenever they want, depending on their agenda or the money or whatever. So she actually switched from Republican to Democrat. Now, she just somehow goes to the Virgin Islands, right? And lo and behold, can anybody guess who got her that job? Can anybody? Epstein. Oh yeah, Dusty, it's about to come out for real. And I don't care, I'm not a politician at all, but I want to know the truth, right? Some people want to know, nope, not the orange dude. Epstein gave her the job. Now listen. Hold on, I'm going there. I'm gonna show y'all the receipts of all this. Now she pops up on the Virgin Islands, right? And then she switched her affiliation to become as a Democrat, right? Now we're going somewhere. Stacy Plaskett, Miss Bronx, moved to the Virgin Islands in 2007. And she immediately, when she got there, became the EDA council in the Virgin Islands, right? I think it's the Economics Development something in the Virgin Islands, right? But what people like to conveniently leave out, she was actually Epstein's lawyer in the Virgin Islands. All right. Now, remember, this is 2000, and I need y'all to remember the timeline too, right? So this is 2007, 2008. So she moved to VI in 2007. Epstein got charged with his pedo case in 2008, right? When he got sentenced and they made him do that little time, right? But that's when, so before that, he was buying an island he was buying that Epstein Island in the Virgin Islands, right? So this New Yorker just mysteriously moved to the Virgin Islands and she became the EDA counsel. All right. Now she became Epstein's lawyer on the Virgin Islands. And as the EDA counsel in the Virgin Islands, she started to grant Epstein about $600 million in tax breaks. Listen clearly. I'm going to show you all the receipts. I'm just doing my intro. I'm going to show you the actual paperwork. Okay? All right. Now, she started, and they got a case with, they sued, the victim sued JP Morgan Chase because Epstein was using Chase Bank for his funding. So all this is, I'm going to show you all the receipts for everything I'm saying. I'm just in my intro, right? Now, she was actually, so once she became the EDA, she granted Epstein tax breaks to build his island and fund and everything he was doing, right? And this information is according to the JP Morgan lawsuits. I'm going to show you the lawsuits. Then in 2008, that's when she switched to Democrat. And she was running for a delegate. She was running to be a delegate to the U.S. because it's the U.S. Virgin Islands in Congress. But she lost the first time, right? And so she had, after she lost her first run, the first lady of the Virgin Islands, the governor, his wife, the first lady, she and Epstein partnered to make sure that Stacey Plaskett, the woman on the screen, won the next time she ran, right? So from the governor's wife, Epstein donated the maximum allowed to her campaign, and she won in 2014. Lo and behold, right? Now, the woman that's a delegate to the United States Congress today actually has ties to Jeffrey Epstein. I'm going to show you the receipts, all right? Now, Jeffrey Epstein hid his money in the U.S. Virgin Islands with J.P. Morgan Chase. And J.P. Chase ended up having to pay billions of dollars in fines for allowing a known ex-trafficker to bank with them. All right? Now, newly released documents, what I'm going to show Stacey Plaskett exchanging text messages in real time with Jeffrey Epstein while they was bringing President Trump in his first term, when they was trying to accuse him. She was actually texting and getting instructions from Epstein, this black woman on the screen, in Congress. I'm gonna show it. Okay? Now, let me just do it. I'll come back to this. Let's go. Let's get to the T. Let's get to the video clips. All right? Let me do it. All right. So copyright disclaimers on effect. Which one I'm gonna show first? Stop share. Let's get to the tea time. Tea time with the House of Yah. We exposing stuff tonight. All right, let's go. So I'm gonna do which one I'm gonna do first. I'll come back. Let's show her. Let's show her. Let's show her what she said about Trump back then when they was going after him. All right. Copyright disclaimers in effect. Share screen. I'll come back to giving y'all the info. Let's expose stuff. All right. Should I expose her? All right. Let's just show this first. I gotta walk this down. It's gonna be how I do this. Right. So here we go. Share. I want to show this because then I'm gonna show y'all who she really is, and I want y'all to. We're gonna come back to this, right? And make it full screen. Let me see what y'all see. There it go. Watch this. This is her. This is when Trump's first election, right? Watch this.
Having Trump not only have had the codes, but now having the classified information for Americans and being able to put that out and share it in his resort with anyone and everyone who comes through should be terrifying to all Americans. And he needs to be stopped.
Now, she literally slipped up and said he needs to be shot. That's what she said. Now, listen, she's saying this while she's Jeffrey Epstein's partner right here. See, this is how wicked these politician stuff is. So she's saying this statement on MSNBC while she is actually Jeffrey Epstein's partner. I'm going to show you this whole time.
Having Trump not only have had the codes, but...
All right. Now watch this. Let me show y'all some receipts. Let me go, because I brought that out. Which one do I want to do first? Let me go here. I'm going to show you let's do a file from the files that just got released, the Jeffrey Epstein files. All right, let's do it. I got a lot to bring out, so I'm just going to let the spirit tell me which one to bring out, how to bring it out, right? Because there's so much to bring out. All right, so window, let's look at a file. So what you see on your screen is an actual case 122CV whatever document filed 6/14/2023. This is the actual Epstein files that have been being released. 2,300 of them have been released, right? And this woman is now exposed. This congresswoman, right? Now watch this. This lady right here is what I was just talking about. Cecil D. John. This is the governor, the first lady of the Virgin Islands. Her husband is now dead, right? This is 2014, all right? Now listen clearly. Jeffrey Epstein got his first case of the pedo stuff in 2008. Okay, so he's already a known. It's public. He did the time. He's registered. He's a registered offender at this time. And this governess, the first lady of the Virgin Islands, this is her email to who? Jeffrey Epstein. Y'all see it? 6/19/2014. It says G Vacation. That's his email address, right? He's unalived, right? So they block out the ones who they're still alive email address. Now watch this. Subject confidential. Importance high. Okay, should I ask them? With regards Cecil, right? That's her name, Cecil DeJong. Now watch this. On Thursday, June 19th, 2014, Jeffrey Epstein wrote, I'm sure that Darren, Rich, Bella, Anna would, or whatever. Now, here we go. On Thursday, June 19th, these are the Epstein files. Y'all reading the actual files that's in Congress now. June 19, 2014, 11:55 a.m., Cecil DeJong wrote, Jeffrey, your help is needed. We are trying to get Stacey Plaskett elected to Congress. Everybody listen clearly. Listen clearly. Why is this plastered all over the media? Why doesn't everybody know this? This is 2014. These are the files. Says this governor of the Virgin Islands wrote to Jeffrey Epstein and said, your help is needed. We are trying to get Stacey Plaskett elected to Congress. Sean Malone, who is the current Senate president, is running against her. This is when, after she failed the first time, the second time, she got the governor, and the governor got her with Epstein, and she said, we need your help. She is running against Sean Malone, the current Senate president, in the Democratic Party in August. Sean is the one, Jeffrey, who came after you in the Senate hearing last week. This is the governor of the first lady of the Virgin Islands. She said, Sean Malone, the current Senate president, is the one who came after you, Jeffrey, in the Senate hearing last week. He is nasty and needs to be defeated. And we would have a friend in Stacey. Oh, I told y'all tea time. Oh, yeah. Uncle expose it. Everybody else want to act like this don't exist. Oh, no. Let's see. Let's go. It gets crazy. I got video proof too. We gonna get to the actual files. We gonna show the actual videos. We gonna show everything exposed. Listen, he is nasty, Sean Malone, and needs to be defeated. And we would have a friend, Jeffrey, in Stacey. Where? In Congress. If we get her to become the Democratic Congress, the delegate for the U.S. Virgin Islands in Congress, we'll have a friend, Epstein, in Stacey. Since this is a federal election, she's talking to Epstein, only personal contributions up to $2,600 per person can be given. Stacey Plaskett, she needs to raise about $75,000 between now and August. Do you think any of your friends would give to her campaign? Here we go. Now watch, I'm gonna show a video of Stacey lying right out of her mouth. I'm gonna show a video of Stacey saying, I didn't know Epstein, he basically harassed me to give donations. Right? I'm gonna show it, a video, literally. Right? Now watch this. With warm regards, Cecil. This is the first lady governess of the Virgin Islands. Now watch this. Here we go. Look at what's at the bottom of the note. This information contained in this communication confidential, may be attorney-client privilege, may constitute inside information, all that. If you have some unauthorized use of disclosure, whatever error, please notify this. Return to Jeffrey Vacation, Jeffrey Epstein Vacations at Gmail. Right? Now look, this is the actual files. Hold on. But wait, it gets worse. Do I go back? Yep, watch this. Let me go back one more. Look, Stacey Plaskett is right now currently serving on 3 congressional committees. Now she's right now Epstein's right-hand black woman. Listen, right now she's serving on the budget today in Ways and the Intelligence committees in Congress. She solicited donations from Jeffrey Epstein in 2018, a decade after his 2008 ex-offender conviction. She faced no actual repercussions. 6 women sued her and other Virgin Island officials in 2023, the victims, alleging that her, and the Virgin Island officials enabled Epstein's trafficking by making the territory that he's island a safe haven for him. As of March 2025, Plaskett is the only defendant that's remaining in the case. Why hasn't the Congress held her accountable, the Democrats, for her ties to Epstein? Watch this. I'm going to show her email to Epstein. Receipts. Here it go. From Stacey Plaskett at her Gmail. Subject. This is 2018, July 12th. Bloomberg invite for Plaskett for Congress fundraiser. Oh, come on. Oh, we going there tonight. Y'all listen clearly. She's running for Congress and she's sending an invite to who? Epstein. But y'all gonna hear her say, let me read this and I'm gonna show y'all how she lied. Okay? Now, this is her email. Bloomberg invite for Plaskett for Congress fundraiser is the subject. She sent it out to this person, that person, that person. It says, "Good morning, Leslie. If you would share this invitation with Jeffrey, I'd be much appreciative." All right. From Stacey Plaskett to Leslie. Okay? She asked Leslie if she would share the invitation with Jeffrey, it'd be much appreciated. I would be grateful for his support and the support of those that he may direct to assist me. I'll be in New York City the Thursday of the event through the weekend. Again, thanks, Stacey. All right? Now, y'all see what she said? She said she'll be grateful for his support and the support of those that he may direct to assist her in her running for Congress. All right? Now, then, remember, I just read this one of the first, all right? So when that's, okay. Now, you see what she said? She asked for him to donate. Now, copyright disclaimers. Now, let's see what she says on TV. Let's see if she tells the truth. This needs to be exposed. And they shadow ban us, but somebody will watch it. Now, let's see what she says when they question her about it. All right? Stop share. I'll come back to the other receipts. I got other files. Share screen. Copyright disclaimers are in effect. Make it full screen. This is actually Stacey Plaskett when they asked her about his donations. Let's see what she says.
Does Representative Plaskett have anything to say? Business Insider has reported on this as recently as, I believe, July of 2023, about meeting with Jeffrey Epstein in 2018 and receiving $30,000 of campaign contribution.
Jeffrey Epstein was a resident of the Virgin Islands. He wanted to make contributions to the Democratic Party. He asked for a contribution. He made contributions to my campaign. I do believe that he was a reprehensible person. And
did y'all just hear that? I think this woman going to jail. She definitely, the orange dude definitely gonna get her locked up. Once this is all finished, now listen, watch this. Listen what she said.
He wanted to make contributions to the Democratic Party. He asked for a contribution.
He wanted to make contributions to the Democratic Party. He asked for contributions. She can't even get her lie straight. Now, you see what she said? Watch this again.
Contribution?
Jeffrey Epstein was a resident of the Virgin Islands. He wanted to make contributions to the Democratic Party. He asked for a contribution. He made contributions to my campaign.
Now, everybody, I just showed y'all the file, the Epstein files. Did he ask to make a contribution? Come on, Morero, y'all. You know how we do. Did he ask to make a contribution, or did she email Leslie and say, Leslie, could you ask Jeffrey if he'll do, and his other, you see? All right. Now listen. Here we go. Let's continue. Let's look. Watch her lie.
President of the Virgin Islands. He wanted to make contributions to the Democratic Party. He asked for a contribution. He made contributions to my campaign. I do believe that he was a reprehensible person. And after finding out what he had done, I gave the money that he had contributed to my campaign to nonprofit organizations dealing with supporting women and children in my community.
You are a bold-faced serpent liar. The devil's a lie. All that's a lie. She said, I believe he's a reprehensible. Oh, but you took all his money. You were his lawyer. All of this. We're talking back 2014, 2008, 2000. So all through it, you actually gave him. That's why she's in the lawsuit. I'm going to show you all the receipts. You gave him the money. That's why JP Morgan Chase, you were the ones that's still liable in the lawsuit of the funding of it. Right? And so then she want to lie and say, I gave the money that he gave me to the devil's a lie. Okay? Watch this.
The Democratic Party. He asked for a contribution. He made contributions to.
He asked for a contribution, right? Oh, he did he? Okay, let's continue. Share screen. He did. He asked you for a contribution. Good morning, Leslie. If you would share this invitation with Jeffrey, I'd be much appreciative. I would be grateful for his support in the support of those that he may direct to assist me. I'll be in New York City this Thursday, the event through the weekend. Okay. The governor to Jeffrey on Thursday, June 19, 2014, your help is needed, Jeffrey. Come on, receipts. Your help is needed, Jeffrey. We are trying to get Stacey Plaskett elected to Congress. She's running against the Democratic Party. Sean, the one who came after you in the Senate. That somebody's telling a lie here. Since this is a federal election, only the person, they tell you how much he can give. And later, I'm going to show you that they actually had him give the max that he could give and then use some of his shell companies to give and then other people to give. Thank you, Zion. I turned it down. All right. Oh, no, we ain't playing here. We ain't playing here. Receipts. All right. Thank the Most High. I'm going to put this together. I got so much receipts. All right. So look, he is nasty, needs to be defeated. And we will have a friend in Congress in Stacey if we get her elected. She needs to raise about 75. So she's lying. Okay. That's a lie. Let me continue. Oh, we're going to get to her. When we get to that, that's the woman in the other thumbnail. Oh, sorry. Look what they wrote about her. I don't claim that. I didn't write that. Okay? I didn't write that. Right? But we're going to get to her. That's who she is. She is a Democratic Chief Oversight Council. That's the other one on the thumbnail. Wait till y'all. This way it gets a little creepy at. Yeah, she got creepy eyes and she got creepy spirit too. This going to get creepy in a second. She's the Democratic Chief Oversight Council at the House Judiciary Committee in Washington and all that, right? Right now, she's the Democratic Chief Oversight Council from now. She was the Deputy Assistant Attorney General Office of Legislative Affairs. She was the Chief Staff and Senior Counsel of the Office of a blah, 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 serpent, creepy. Was going somewhere, all right? Now, Y'all gonna see this gonna be some creepy stuff when I show her video. All right. And she's tied to Stacey Plaskett. Oh, the web we weave. Oh, this gonna get crazy when all this stuff come out, right? Okay, so let me continue. So let me see where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna show you some more receipts, and then I'm gonna do y'all some videos. So let me just go back, all right? Because I can bounce around, right? Because I got all these receipts, right? So look at this one. The new court House Democrat worked for Epstein's tax, and she was his political fixture. This is 2023. Court filings reveal that the delegate Stacey Plaskett, Democrat of the Virgin Islands, misled the public about her deep ties to the powerful pedophile. Y'all see this? June 2023. Why don't y'all know about her? Huh? Why don't you know about her? New court filings show that Stacey Plaskett, one of the most popular Democrats on MSNBC, that's why I showed y'all her on MSNBC, not only lied about her years-long fundraising from Epstein, she also literally worked for Epstein's shadowy tax and political influence fixer before she entered public office. She was also one part of his lawyer team. All right. Now let's continue. Look, that's her there. Epstein texted her. We're going to show this video next. All right? I'm going to get to that next. Look, Virgin Island lawsuit alleges Epstein trafficked these little women through 2018, right? All right? All right? I'll get to this. I'll get to that. I'll get to this. Let me see. Which one is this one? Oh, this one they deducting. All right, we're going to get there. Because the files that the Democrats released, they start deducting and blocking out people's names. But we got the true names. That's from Ghislaine Maxwell to Jeffrey Epstein, right? And they deducting. You see how they took that out? Oh, I got all the tea. All right, let's get to this part. Let's get to it. All right? Let's get to the modern day. What just happened? So while it's about 80 people here, let me get to y'all right now. All right. So okay. So I'm gonna stop sharing that. Let me find my video first. Right. Find the video. It's this one. Right. That one. All right. All right. So let's do this one. This crazy work. Crazy work. Let me see. Do I want to let this dude tell his story really quick? Yeah, let's let this brother tell his story really quick, and then we'll get to that. So stop share, right? And then I'm gonna show y'all the video. I got so much to bring. I'm trying to have an order here. All right, share screen, right? There we go. Dude tells his story. Let's let the white brother tell his story. All right, make it full screen. Watch this. All right, hold on.
Pedophilia isn't a political game. Stacey Plaskett, the representative from the Virgin Islands who was caught from this email leak texting Epstein during congressional hearings. So I did some research into her. I was curious, how did she get into that position, right? So Stacey Plaskett came up in the same circles as Epstein. She was a Bush appointee to the Department of Justice because she was a Republican. She was general counsel to the United Health Group. Immediate red flag. She was an assistant district attorney in the Bronx, and she was also counsel for the House Ethics Committee. So that was the 1990s through 2006. In 2007, she just picked up and moved to the Virgin Islands. Surprise, surprise, when she gets to the Virgin Islands, she becomes the general counsel for the Virgin Islands Economic Development Authority. And during her time there as general counsel, they handed Epstein about over 600 million in tax breaks. 2008, she switches from Republican to Democrat. So from 2008 to 2012, she continues to build influence. She runs the first time and loses. At which point, the first lady of the Virgin Islands, the governor's wife, emails Epstein and tells him that we would have a friend in Stacey. The very next election cycle, Epstein donated max contributions personally. And
all right, see, that's why I do my receipts. I showed y'all the actual files, right? Let's let them continue. That's why thank the Most High, I did it. I kind of did it in good order. Show y'all the actual files. All right, now let's continue.
And he funneled money through his businesses into her campaign. So Epstein donated max contributions, emails Epstein and tells him that we would have a friend in Stacey. The very next election cycle, Epstein donated max contributions personally, and he funneled money through his businesses into her campaign. So she won the seat in 2014 when she ran again. Fast forward to now, and the revelation that she was texting him during a congressional hearing. Stacey Plaskett is about as dirty as a politician as you can get. And with all of this publicly available, it blows my mind that she's still sitting as a representative. Even before the revelation that she was texting during this hearing, all of this evidence points to the fact that she was clearly compromised by Epstein. If you protect pedophiles, you're no better than they are. Stacey Plaskett needs to be removed from her seat.
Facts. If
Pedophilia.
you protect these pedos, you're no better than them. Now watch this. Copyright disclaimers are in effect. I'm going to introduce y'all to the actual text messages that this woman of Congress in the Senate, as they were trying to impeach the orange dude in his first term, she was being text messaged by Epstein while she was on the Senate floor, ready to question the what's the names, the people out there up on the stand against the orange dude. No one knew this. It came out because the files have been released now. Watch this. Copyright disclaimers are in effect for educational purposes, reaction purposes only. Watch this.
On a morning of a hearing where the House was questioning Michael Cohen, Plaskett was communicating with Jeffrey Epstein. To be clear, this is years and years after he was convicted in 2008 of soliciting a minor. Plaskett was texting with Epstein that morning, the morning of the hearing that was aired on C-SPAN. She texted with Epstein. He'll talk about his grades. Epstein responded, "What privilege stands behind the non-release of college transcripts?" He then says, "Great outfit. You look great." All caps. Plaskett replied, "Thanks."
My title, my thumbnail, Epstein. Who? Epstein and this black sidekick. So I didn't, that's what I should have titled. Epstein and his black sidekick. I might retitle that. Epstein, hold on, sorry. And because I'm not a favorite of no men. I don't give a crap if you're black, blue, purple or not. Epstein and his black sidekick. Wicked is what wicked does. I don't care what color it is. It's wicked. Epstein and his black sidekick. I'm going to retitle it that later after this live gets published. And his... All right, I got that title, right? Now, watch this. He said, "Great outfit. You look great." Oh, I got more for y'all. I'm going to actually show y'all the footage. Watch this. So let's continue. Oh, yeah, that's why I said, I'll be doing, most I'll be showing me, I'll be grabbing these receipts. Let's go.
Replied, "Thanks." It goes on. At 10:41 a.m., Epstein, ever the weirdo, texts her, "Are you chewing?" Plaskett responds, "Not anymore. Chewing interiors of my mouth. Bad habit from middle school." Then Epstein asks when Plaskett's turn for questioning Cohen will come up. And she replies, "Hours. Go to other..."
All right, let me explain what's really happening. I'm going to show y'all in a second. We're going to come back to this because I need to show y'all because y'all head going to be blown. Because from looking from this, you don't have the full of what's happening. She's sitting on the floor in the Senate. And she's about to make testimony. She's about to speak. And Epstein asked her, "Are you chewing?" Right? He's watching her through the phone while she's on the committee. I'm going to show y'all. And she said, "No, I'm chewing the inside of my mouth, a bad habit from school." He said, "How longer before you speak?" Now, everybody, they're trying to impeach Trump. And Epstein is mad at Trump back then. They're not friends, but nowadays they're trying to make you think like they were friends. Now watch this. Watch this, y'all. Watch this. Copyright this. I'm gonna come back to this because I want y'all to see. Copyright disclaimers are in effect. Share tab. This is the fruit. Newly released documents reviewed by the Washington Post appear that indicate during the 2019 hearing where Michael Cohen was testifying, Jeffrey Epstein was texting Stacey Plaskett, the delegate, the Democrat. Watch this. Copyright disclaimers. Let me make it full screen. Watch this. Watch this. Then I'm going to come back to the other one. All right? Yeah, she's biting the inside of the mouth because she's nervous. The Post reviewed multiple video feeds from the hearing and matched the texts which were sent in Pacific.
This was when Barack Obama was president.
Now, what you're witnessing is the actual testimony. This is coming out because of the Epstein files are being released. The actual testimony when they was trying to catch the, see it? 2000, look at the text from Jeffrey Epstein. Are you chewing? So I'm going to show y'all the real video, then we'll get back to that person's breakdown because he shows the text on the screen. Now watch this. They are actually on the floor and all of it. And she's actually taking cues from this pedo. All right, here we go. Copyright disclaimers are in effect. I'm going to let it play.
This was when Barack Obama was president of the United States. And while we were once driving through a struggling neighborhood in Chicago, he commented that only black people could live that way. Attorney-client privilege.
All right, I want y'all to understand that was a testimony from someone on the stand that said he was telling the testimony. He said he's giving the description of something because it's cut. He says, this is when Barack Obama was the president. We were riding through a Chicago neighborhood and Barack Obama said, we know we're in a black neighborhood because only black people would live this way. That's some nasty work right there, right? So all that's allegedly, but this is what he said on the testimony. But 41 a.m., Epstein texted her, are you chewing? Right? Now I'm going to let it play. Watch this.
President of the United States. Obama was president. This was when Barack Obama was president of the United States. And while we were once driving through a struggling neighborhood in Chicago, he commented that only black people could live that way. Attorney-client privilege, yes, I will turn it over.
You, as my friend Mr. Meadows pointed out, misled this committee even today in a written submission that...
All right, now you fast forward, it's now 11 a.m. because it's a long day and Jeffrey texted her and said, Cohen brought up Rona, the keeper of his files. He's texting her. I'm going to let the whole thing play, then we'll go back later. I'm going to let it play. This is the last time I'm going to stop. I'm going to just let the whole thing play because I know that can be annoying, right? But I'm going to bring y'all, what he's doing is he's trying to give her the information so that they can impeach President Trump from his first, the end of his first term when he was first in the president, right? But now they're trying to make y'all think like they were friends. All right, now I'm going to just let it play. All right?
Driving through a struggling neighborhood in Chicago, he commented that only black people could live that way. Attorney-client privilege, yes, I will turn it over.
You, as my friend Mr. Meadows pointed out, misled this committee even today in a written submission that contradicted your testimony. You have suggested you are going to review that. Are you going to review it in our next break to correct the record, yes or no?
Yes.
Question, you helped out the president's campaign or were involved in the campaign as a representative, as a spokesman, even in your words today. It was your idea for the campaign dating back to 2011. Is that accurate, yes or no?
Yes.
Mr. Weisenberg and other individuals, Ms. Rona. Who are those individuals? Are they with the Trump organization?
They are.
And are there other people that we should be meeting with?
So Alan Weisselberg is the chief financial officer.
So that's Michael Cohen. He was Trump's previous attorney, right? And now what I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna show y'all, she didn't even know who Rowan was. Jeffrey Epstein texted her. Look. He said, hold on. Cohen brought up Rona, the keeper of his secrets. Then she wrote, who is Rona? Rona, question mark. Jeffrey wrote and said, hold on. Jeffrey wrote back and said, Rona. And then she wrote, quick, hurry up. I'm up next. Is that an attorney? Is that an acronym? She don't know who Rona is. And then he wrote back, that's his assistant. And immediately,
Your idea for the campaign dating back to...
And guess what she questioned him about? Rona. Like she knew who it was. Watch this.
Mr. Weisenberg and other individuals, Ms. Rona. Who are those individuals? Are they with the Trump organization?
They
and
are.
Are there other people that we should be meeting with?
So Alan Weisselberg is the chief financial officer.
You got to quickly give us as many names as you can so we can get to them.
Yes, ma'am.
As Ms. Rona, what is Ms. Rona's position?
Rona Graff is Mr. Trump's executive assistant.
And would she be able to corroborate many of the statements that you've made here?
Yes, her office is directly next to his, and she's involved in.
Now, while she's saying this, Jeffrey writes her and says, good work. Do y'all see this? SIDEKICK, this is real time. While in Congress, he's girding her what to say. He said, good work.
A lot that went on.
Now, I'm going to go back. Share this tab instead. Now, watch this. So now this goes back a little earlier. I want y'all to see that so now y'all can see this text. Y'all appreciate this a lot more now. Right? So this is a little earlier. Right? All right, look, watch this.
He then says, great outfit. You look great. College transcript.
And hold on, because I got another one. I didn't see it. Hold on. Let me come back. I want to show y'all something. Did I not show that one? Oh, I probably missed that clip. I had other clips. It's the one you could see her with her glasses. I don't have it. Oh, I got to find that. Oh, no. I got to find that clip. Oh, so hopefully it comes out in the other one. So right here, she got her glasses on. I got another clip. She's looking down at her phone. That's the word, coaching her, right? And she's looking down at her phone. And in the other clip I got, you can see in her glasses, you know how you see the reflection in the lenses? You can see her phone. You can see the phone she's texting. So right here, she's texting him. He's right. So the text that you see, she's doing it right there. So I got another clip. Oh, there it go. Hold on. There it goes. So I didn't see it. Hold on. Let me play it again.
Attorney-client privilege, yes, I will turn it over.
You, as my friend Mr. Meadows pointed out, misled this committee even today in a written submission that contradicted your testimony. You have suggested you are going to review that. Did you review? Are you
So she's texting him while this is going on.
to review it in our next break to correct the record, yes or no?
Yes.
So the text that you see coming in, this is real time. All right? And I'm going to show you, I got the receipts, the actual, I got the actual Department of Justice receipts of the timestamp I got all the receipts. Okay? Now watch this. Now let me go back. Share this tab instead. All right? Now, all right? Democrats, Trump pointed out Epstein in 2016 when he ran. He was the first to talk about it. Alec, what are you talking about? These people be so idiot juices. Y'all be so quick to speak. What do you even talk about? Talking about y'all are ignorant. Alec, grow up. Grow up and get a life. Get some education. All right? What you just said, I don't even understand. Democrats, Trump pointed out Epstein and what are you talking about? Are you calling us Democrats? And are you thinking that we're making this video against Trump? So tell me that you a fool speaking with that you know not of without saying it. This internet is just a mess, right? Idiot juice. They speak before they even know what he's speaking on. You understand? We're actually exposing that Trump was exposing this and the Democrats were hiding it. So first of all, write your sentence structure a little better so I can understand what you're even saying, first of all, right? And then second of all, sit down, shut up, watch the video and learn something or add on to. Stop jumping into something that you know what you're even talking about. My goodness. See, that's what, and they coming over on that YouTube live. That's why I said, y'all know we're going to have a mess with this YouTube, the short live thing. You know what I mean? You know those shorts. Yeah, exactly. We ain't taking nobody. I ain't a Democrat or a Republican. I'm a man. I'm trying to find out the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. You understand? Yeah, exactly. Some racists come here, see somebody black and automatically think I'm a Democrat. You an idiot-crat. Fool. All right. So anyway, let's continue. Sorry, guys. I can't be distracted by the YouTube live stream because that's those people who, those people who just flow through YouTube live, so we're going to get a lot of noise. All right. So anyway, right, Father, you got the wrong one with us, this house. So anyway, let's continue with the regularly scheduled programming. All right, so he's texting her, right? So this is the first text. So this Fox News came out with, they had it a little earlier. All right, so watch this. So he told her, "You look great, great outfit. You look great." She said, "Thanks," right? That's when she's on. So now what you're seeing, that's when she's on the stand. I mean, she's in the Senate or whatever they call that, right? The House or whatever they call that, where they in the Congress, whatever they're doing. All right, so now I'm gonna let this play.
Non-release of college transcripts. What privilege stands behind the non-release of college transcripts? He then says, "Great outfit. You look great." All caps. Plaskett replied, "Thanks." It goes on. At 10:41 a.m., Epstein, ever the weirdo, texts her, "Are you chewing?" Plaskett responds, "Not anymore. Chewing interiors of my mouth. Bad habit from middle school." Then Epstein asks when Plaskett's turn for questioning Cohen will come up. And she replies, "Hours. Go to other meetings." But then we get to the meeting. Then we get to her turn. Then we get to the questioning of Cohen. And Epstein tells her, "Cohen brought up Rona, keeper of secrets." Plaskett doesn't know who Rona is. You don't know who Rona is. And Rona's in all caps. So Plaskett responds at 2:25 p.m., "Rona?" Then she says, "Quick, I'm up next. Is that an acronym?" Then finally Epstein responds, "That's his assistant." Now listen, this is all of how it played out on text exchange. Now I want to show you the video from a C-SPAN airing. These are time-stamped. So is the C-SPAN time-stamping of that congressional hearing. And you'll see Plaskett look down at her phone as these texts come in and change her questioning, including not knowing the last name of Rona, who she ends up asking about to Cohen.
Mr. Weisenberg and other individuals, Miss Rona. Who are those individuals? As Miss Rona, what is Miss Rona's?
Rona Graff is Mr. Trump's executive assistant.
And would she be able to corroborate many of the statements that you've made here?
Yes, her office is directly next to his, and she's involved in a lot.
Time-stamped right there. In that moment, another text from Epstein. What does he tell Plaskett? Good job.
All right.
On a morning of a...
That is the craziest shocker. That should be all over the news. That should be all plastered everywhere for the world. But it's not. Do you understand? That's the crazy part. That this woman is still in the Congress and she was Epstein's right-hand chick. Epstein texting her right while she in the... And he was trying to take the orange dude down back from 2019. And now they trying to make everybody think that the orange dude and him and the orange dude was rocking with him, and he trying to take the orange dude down using this black woman and everybody else. Okay? So I got one more. Okay, yeah, I got one more. First of all, watch this. I want to watch how the Democrats are handling this, because they got some splaining to do. All right? Share tab. And to my fellow New Yorkers back there, y'all running all that, y'all need to come out of all that politics stuff, because it's all wicked. All right? So watch this. Let's see what the Democrats got to say about this, because they need to explain some of this. This Democratic woman is working for Epstein, and she's right in Congress doing all this stuff. This is nuts. Copyright disclaimers are in effect. for educational purposes only. We going somewhere, Delara Shaw. Watch this.
Why should Americans trust you and House Democrats on the Jeffrey Epstein files when one of your own, Congresswoman Plaskett, was found to be texting with Jeffrey Epstein during a hearing, getting information from him, using that in her questioning during a congressional hearing, and at one point he tells her, "Good job."
This is a bipartisan effort to make sure that, consistent with what the survivors have requested, that there's full and complete transparency, and every single predator who may be in those Justice Department files doesn't escape accountability.
He said all of nothing. I don't like these serpents, honestly. I don't give a crap if they right, left, middle, up, down, on the side, around the corner. I don't like serpents. Serpents speak with a serpent tongue. She asked him a direct question. He just said all of nothing. See, this is how they answering it. Look at his face, all smug and everything. Look at his face when she even starts. Watch this.
Why should Americans trust you and House Democrats on the Jeffrey Epstein files when one of your own, Congresswoman Plaskett, was found to be texting with Jeffrey Epstein?
She is correct. Why should we trust anything that y'all got to say when this Democrat is in the Congress texting Epstein while she's in there, but y'all sitting up there talking about the orange dude got something to do with Epstein?
During a hearing, getting information from...
And I'm not, again, I don't want people to be upset at me and thinking, oh, Unc is pro orange dude or pro. I ain't pro none of that. I'm pro truth. And one truth I do know is I watched when the orange dude came in the first time and when he came in the second time. Now, I don't agree with all the crap, and now he's probably a serpent like the rest of them, but I see fruit. My manuscript tell me that you look for fruit in actions. Now, let me explain. One thing I did see him do, I did see this. Maybe I'm wrong, but I saw him go after these pedos when he got in office. He started to go after pedos that nobody else would do. Through the whole Obama administration, through the Bush administration, and none of it. He went after them and they didn't like it. I remember that. I don't forget. Just like I don't forget those stimulus checks when we were all hungry and starving back when that lockdown. People be forgetting stuff. Y'all memory is real short-lived. Y'all got that Janice Jackson stuff. What have you done for me lately? I don't forget. Okay? I don't forget nothing. I see. I try to look through the smoke and stuff. And I understand that people can also be falsely accused for stuff they didn't do. And I know what that lives because I faced that. I went to to trial with that. So I understand. I ain't saying nobody's guilty of it, but I'm showing, I got the files. I'm about to show y'all the files, more files in a second. Let's continue. So yeah, the fact that, look, they covering this all up. Honestly, yes, that's selected memory, bro. I don't like selected memory, okay? Now, the fact that they covering this up, if they were truly about truth and justice, it doesn't matter. They would condemn that act. They would condemn what she did. They would expose it and they would try to bring about truth, but they ain't. So look at him.
Texting with Jeffrey Epstein during a hearing, getting information.
So she's asking him, she is texting Jeffrey Epstein during a hearing.
From him, using that in her questioning during
and she's getting information, using it for the questioning.
Congressional hearing. And at one point he tells her, "Good job."
This is a bipartisan effort to make sure that, consistent with what the survivors have requested.
What are you talking about, you big applehead? Hakeem. Beat it. Beat it. Representative. All right. I just wanted to show y'all that, what is actually happening. And honestly, I'm sorry, I'm not pro nothing, but I've been watching the orange dude keep saying that they're lying. He keeps saying, he was saying it all the time, release the files. But y'all thought see, this the media. They was telling you that he was keeping the files from being released. right? But if you do and you go and try to study, watch this. Copyright disclaimers are in effect. Watch this. That's a lie. He wasn't. Watch this.
Hey everybody, Tim Burchett just left the House floor, and I tried to do a UC, unanimous consent of I tried to get the Epstein files, get it straight to the floor, just to cut out all this nonsense. And, and the Democrats blocked it, oddly enough. Now here they've had it for 4 years, and they, obviously if there's something there about Trump, they would have released it.
Now you hear what he just said? He literally is coming out trying to get the release. He said the Democrats has blocked it, and they've had it for 4 years. They had it since all through the Biden administration. Do y'all not? I think people are tripping. You're not understanding that they had the files the whole Biden administration. Do you understand? So look what he said. He just came out. Do it again.
Hey everybody, Tim Burchett just left the House floor, and I tried to do a UC, unanimous consent of I tried to get the Epstein files, get it straight to the floor, just to cut out all this nonsense. And, and the Democrats blocked it, oddly enough. Now here they've had it for 4 years, and they, obviously if there's something there about Trump, they would have released it. And now they're all, no, let's get it out, let's get it out. Well, I just made a motion to bring it straight to the dadgum floor, and they blocked it. They blocked it. So this is politics. It has nothing to do with what's doing what's right. I mean, it's Washington, D.C. to a T. And again, they ought to be ashamed.
To the overrated dude, I don't believe nothing nobody spoon feed idiot juice. We're discerning the info. You freaking YouTube idiots. My goodness, I know I got to be easy. I repent because the ignorance of these people who come in, so we play this video trying to get to understanding. Oh, if y'all believe that, then we play the side of daylight. Oh, but you can believe this. Oh, instead, you got to rightly divide the truth and information, idiot juice. Tell me you're ignorant without saying it. Go ahead, Hakyama. Now let's continue.
Just remembering how to treat the adversaries.
Thank you. Thank you. I have to treat the adversaries with peace. So, I'm sorry. Life is overrated. Your comment is overrated. If you would sit down and respectfully pay attention, we're trying to discern the truth. I got the files. We got video. We got extra testimony. With your logic, then we just can't believe nothing. Ever. You just be sitting in a field with an empty head like you're Dumbo. Hello? Okay. All right. Now, yes, that's what I'm talking. That's where we're going, life overrated. That's what I mean. So if you take a second and watch, then you would understand that both sides, a lot of people are going to be, what's the name, when these files fully come out, right? But it might shock you that some people are more guilty than others, right? Okay, so again, I can't say 100% who's what, but I know they all dark. I know they all serpents. I agree with that. All right. Thank you, Hakyama, for reminding me. I got to stay calm and relax. All right? All right. Now, watch this. So I got more. Let me do this one first, and then we'll go back. I want to show y'all something very creepy from the other thumbnail. Remember the other sister, the white sister in the thumbnail, right? Watch this one. Very creepy. Watch this. She's been puppeteered for a long time. Plaskett, Epstein's right-hand black sister. I'm about to show y'all the Democratic, whatever I did her puppeteering her. What live? What? This is a creepy video, right? Copyright disclaimers. Watch this one. Stop share, right? I got stuff praise the Most High, I find stuff that others can't. I don't know. They can't find it, but I don't know how I be finding this stuff. It just is what it is. I'm thankful that I can find this stuff. So watch this. Let me show y'all a clip that y'all that is really hard to find, that you might not ever see. All right, watch this. Oh yeah, let me come back to that. So I'm gonna show y'all that receipt. So I'm gonna keep that. Okay. Right, so let me come to another. Let me open up another window over here. Open up this one, and then go back to her. Oh, I gotta show that too. Okay, I gotta show that. Okay, good. I'll do that next. So let me show this lady here. I want to show the creepy stuff before it gets too late. Right? Come back to them. Come back to the. I got all these receipts. Right? I got the files from the Epstein. Some of the Epstein files. Let me go to her. Where is she? Here. Her. Okay, now. Come back to y'all. What I just do? Close that. There we go. Now I'll go to share screen, window, bang, her. Let's find out who she is. Now I didn't write this. I didn't call her that, right? That's somebody on Twitter. Y'all know these people on the internet are nasty, right? Now somebody said serpent eyes if you look real clear. Now, I don't know what kind of eyes, but I know I'm creeped out by what we about to see. And this is her, right? Democratic Chief Oversight Counsel at the House Judiciary Committee, right now, 2023 to the present, right? Now, watch this. That's the other thumbnail. Here we go. Let me come back, stop share. This part crazy. This is the spooky part. Share screen. Y'all know spooky stuff. Spooky stuff be spooky. That's funny. Spooky stuff be spooky. All right, hold on. Let me find the video first of all. Let me grab it. Right, so it'll show up on my share thing. Where's she at? There she go. The spooky. I want to show this one first. This spooky one first. So this is Plaskett, Jeffrey Epstein's the black woman, his right hand, being puppeteered or coached before that. Watch this. Okay, so come back. There it goes. Creepy woman. That's what I called it. Creepy woman. Share. And then make full screen. So here we go. In the courtroom again. We in the courtroom again. Watch this, everybody. Look, that's Plaskett, right? Ranking member. Look who's behind her. Now this, she's going to watch her mouth. She's going to quote everything with her mouth that she says. Oh, so you remember this, wrist fly? But now it's tying up, wrist fly, right? Because now you know who actually Miss Plaskett is, right? So if y'all remember this, right? Now watch this. Copyright disclaimers are in effect for reactionary purposes only. Here we go.
To introduce into the record, page 55 from the committee's interview with FBI employees. Have some administrative matters first. I wanted to introduce into the record, page 55 from the committee.
Okay, so watch her mouth. She's quoting every word for word, but she's also going to quote the mistakes that she says. All right? Copyright disclaimers are in effect. Watch this.
With FBI employees. Have some administrative matters first. I wanted to introduce into the record, page 55 from the committee's interview with FBI employee Roya Demlow, who you.
So now.
First, I wanted to introduce into the record, page 55 from the committee's interview with page 55 from the committee's interview with, which took place on July 17, 2023. In that, which took place on July 17, 2023. In that, we're to leave this interview and we're to suggest or imply that when you said the laptop was real, that it meant that the FBI had affirmatively determined in October 2020 that the laptop belonged to Hunter Biden.
So it said, did she realize that she can be seen? So she covered her mouth. Watch.
Leave this interview and we're to suggest or imply that when you said the laptop was real, that it meant that the FBI had affirmatively determined in October 2020 that the laptop belonged to Hunter Biden.
She realized that they can see her, so she covered her mouth, right?
Would they be representing what you said, correct? Answer by Ms. Demlow. They would be representing what I said because I don't have much knowledge of that. They would be misrepresenting what I said because I don't have much knowledge of that.
Now, let me explain what just happened. As Crockett is reading what she apparently wrote, coaching her, right? Crockett made a mistake and said they would be representing. She, quoting her, knew that she was supposed to say misrepresenting. So she reached over to her and said, misrepresenting. And then Plaskett said, misrepresenting. I'm going to play it again. Now watch this. Hold on. Play.
Would they be representing what you said, correct? Answer by Ms. Demlow. They would be representing what I said because I don't have much knowledge of that.
Do you see? How would she know what she was supposed to say if she don't know the script? You get it? Because people try to make some excuses for this. Now watch what she said. She said,
they would be representing what I said.
See? She's quoting. So she's literally quoting with her mouth. So she's the white girl said they should, with her mouth, they should be misrepresenting. But the black girl, Plaskett, mistakenly said representing. And then she interrupted her.
Because I don't have much knowledge of that.
She said, no, misrepresenting.
They would be misrepresenting.
And look at her face. She's like, I did it. Look how she look around.
What I said, because I don't have much knowledge of that.
And then she continues to quote her, because I don't have much knowledge of that. So everything that she wrote in there, she wrote mistakes as well in. That's how you make it seem like what she's reading, she actually is reading, meaning it's actually her, right? So you won't write it perfect. So she wrote the she wrote the, this is crazy.
Determined in October 2020 that the laptop belonged to Hunter Biden. Would they be representing what you said, correct? Answer by Ms. Demlow. They would be representing what I said because I don't have much knowledge of that. They would be misrepresenting what I said because I don't have much knowledge of that.
She literally verbatim, word for word. So Plaskett has been coached and puppeteered the whole time. Do you understand? And later, she was being coached by Jeffrey Epstein, as I showed y'all, when they was trying to, whatever they was doing for Trump's first administration, trying to take him down. Epstein was behind it. Okay? Wow. Now, that's some crazy darkness. I'm going to go a little darker. Because some of these people, like y'all, some of y'all saying, they don't even be real. They be clones, serpent, because this woman creepy. I mean, there's some creepy stuff going on with her eyes, and look how she looking around and mouthing all of it, right? Now watch this. Copyright disclaimers are in effect for reactionary purposes only. We don't own rights to the video. This is even creepier. Share this tab instead. What you're about to see, the video you're about to see now, is, it got nothing to do with this case, but it aligns with showing that in these Congress and Senate and in these juries and stuff, that they have these clones and these shapeshifters and these, right? You don't even know who's human or not, right? And they be there. And some of y'all probably saw this clip. I know y'all did. It's probably old. But this man, this young man, never blinked. He stood still for 15 minutes straight, and he was blinking with one eye while the senator was speaking. Copyright disclaimers are in effect. Share this tab instead. Make full screen. Look.
Some fiction spy thriller, but it actually happened, and it happened.
Now watch him. Watch this eye. This eye keeps blinking. Just one eye blinks as he stares. That's him behind from the other view. Watch his eye.
Some fiction spy thriller, but it actually happened, and it happened in our own government. Congressional oversight is a constitutional demand. We dedicate our careers to it. I have, at least. And during the course of my service, I've ran countless investigations. In the past few years, I've never seen so much effort from the FBI, the partisan...
Now I rebuke all of this. All right? So y'all are covered under the house. Y'all covered under the anointing of the righteous. I'm exposing, so don't worry about anything enter your home. I rebuke it. We return all these spirits back to sender. Okay? You don't have to be scared of the darkness as you in the light, and we reveal and exposing it. Everything is covered under the anointing of this house. All right? So I cover all of your homes, all of your devices, everything. All right? In the name of the Most High, creator of all things, it is governed and it is covered. All right. Now, I'm not going to play this whole thing because this goes on for a long time with him blinking one eye and just not froze behind the dude.
Media and some of my Democrat colleagues to interfere with and undermine very legitimate congressional inquiries.
What in the Damien is what in the Twilight Zone Damien is going on in these doggone, boy, these serpents are everywhere.
Triad of disinformation and outright falsehoods. As one example, look at Crossfire Hurricane. Bit by bit, piece by piece, it's been deconstructed and shown to be politically motivated investigation, which it was. We all know now that it was the Democratic National Committee, along with the Clinton campaign, who colluded with the Russians. They used a former Russian spy, Fusion GPS.
That's what I said. Look, he just a one-eye blinking. Like y'all said in the Bronx in New York City, I see this every day. These crazy people, right? Going through New York, that's an everyday life on the subway. She like, this is just another day on the subway. Shout out to Yaron. Yaron, you should have been at the Tuesday Bible study last night. It was dope, King. I was looking for you. I wish you could have made it. Boy, the Most High revealed some stuff. All right, so let's continue.
And law firm to create a fake dossier and then tried to cover it up. Now, the most recent example of this triad at work.
Yo, somebody need to go snap out of it. Wake up. Snap out of it. I ain't scared of you. That's Harry. Boy, this darkness is crazy. They got a lot of clones. Y'all know the story of the football. Was it the football player, the dude who cloned his dog? Y'all know that story, right? The dude who cloned his dog? The one now? And everybody like, oh, he cloned his dog. And he said his dog, somebody will write who it is. His dog has the same, his new clone dog has some of the features of his old dog. Right? Tom Brady, thank you. What in the pet cemetery? Oh, by the time they show you that Tom Brady done cloned his dog, y'all know they've been cloning people forever. All right? Yeah, that's what I say. He'll move not one time. Yeah, that's what I said. By the time they show us, oh, they got people walking around. These people, y'all know this clip. Some people been glitching on TV, and you know, all these people, these celebrities, they be glitching out. Remember the Hillary Clinton? Remember she glitched out? Hillary Clinton glitch was crazy. That part. And that's what the orange dude is talking about too. He like, well, y'all coming after me for Epstein. What about Clinton? What about all of them? They was all over Epstein Island. Orange dude like, I've never been to Epstein Island, but my goodness, I kicked them out of Mar-a-Lago, right? I might got my dirt too, but my goodness, Clinton and them, they lived on the island, right? So anyway, Yeah, this dude, they got, so these people, that don't surprise me. These people clones everywhere, and especially a lot of these celebrities clone. Y'all know that clip we showed on the other one with, what's his name, Kanye, saying that to the wish people, the astronaut. That one, nothing but a clone. That ain't nothing but Ultra Perm. That was a clone. If I ever seen a clone, didn't even sound like Kanye. I'm like, that ain't his voice. Y'all foolios talk about, well, he might have been on drugs and tired. That ain't his voice, period. Somebody told y'all wrong. But anyway, now let me continue.
Our efforts against my and Senator Johnson's ongoing Biden family investigation. That investigation started on August 14th, 2019.
Look, there go another dude. Look at it. So they clip, look at him. He frozen. And
when I was chairman of the Senate Finance Committee, with a letter that I wrote to the Treasury Department. My letter.
Well, you don't know what these creepy people be up to. All right, that's enough. This goes on for a whole 3 minutes. Look, I gotta scroll. Look. Look at it. Watch this.
The spy thriller starts to heat up. On July 13th, 2020, then Minority Leader Schumer, Senator Warner, then Speaker Pelosi, and then Chairman Schiff sent a letter with a classified attachment.
This Damien, I would have felt him behind me. You know how you got instincts? My instincts are too sharp. If I would have been that senator and I'm speaking, I would have been, you know, you could feel something burning in the back of your neck. I would have been like, hold up. Whoa, yo, I would have, yo, I'm too much of a clown to be in any serious. Well, I can be serious, but you know, but I wear my everything on my sleeve, right? I don't really hide behind personas and stuff. Now I can try to act like, you know, I could try to act a certain way, you know, chameleon stuff, but I really wear my stuff on that's why I always work for myself, because I'm not good at other jobs, because I just tell the truth raw and uncut. So I would have been reading, right? That would have been a clip for all of you to me. I would have been reading. I was like, somebody burning a hole in the back of my neck, right? I would have been like, what the? Turn around, whoa! I would have saw this. I would say, oh, what the heck? Boy, you get from behind me. Somebody, I would have stopped the horse and said, get this dude from behind me. Who this? What did who you looking at me, Damien? I said, what the Damien? If you don't get from behind me, for real, bro, I was like, I'm moving. They was like, Senator, you can't move your seat. The devil's a lie. You sit, let Damien sit behind you. I don't know who this. Who you belong to? Who handling this? All right, Marawa, y'all, and I got more to come. We about to get. All right, so anyway, so this just goes on for like 3 minutes. Look, this don't even make no sense. This just goes on and on and on. All right, so I showed y'all these clips because I just wanted to show y'all that Pluckett, what's her name, Plaskett. She said New York all day. She been coached the whole time. Look.
55 from the committee's interview with FBI employee Gloria Demla, who you just spoke about.
And this little creepy chick is just mouthing everything, right? All right. So Plaskett. This is what's his name? Epstein's right-hand black chick. Epstein had a black side chick. Now the Virgin Islands, they was assisting all of this mess. Watch this. Let's do some more receipts, and I got some more videos. All right, let me do another receipt. I'm going to do this receipt first, right? Because stop share, right? Y'all know I'm full of receipts. That's what we do here. For everybody that's new, please like and subscribe if you want to, if you want receipts, because we do this receipt every Wednesday. We expose, and I do receipts. Window. So here we go. So this, right? This is an actual true statement, right? So the Democrats are saying Trump with the Epstein, right? But Bill Clinton invited Epstein 17 times to the White House. Okay? 17 times. So, right? This post says in 2020, it's 2025. Y'all could have stopped all of this, right? But you gave the authorization for Democrats to do exactly what they're complaining about. They could have exposed these files all through the Biden administration. It says you could have done this in 2020. You failed us and the victims of Jeffrey Epstein. Correct. Now this, multiple Epstein victims being interviewed on multiple news programs have consistently verified that the orange dude was never involved during Epstein's parties. I'm only saying this because I'm not saying who's guilty or innocent. I know that Plaskett lady is guilty because I have the actual proof. But if all of the victims all said that the orange dude was not involved with the stuff he was doing, how is all of a sudden he the key figure in the Epstein stuff when now the files got leaked and it's pointing to all the Democrats that it was down with Epstein? Clintons, all of them. Okay? This was the woman, one of the main victims of Epstein. She unalived herself, unless she didn't do it herself, but she's unalived right now, right? And her name is Virginia Giuffre. I'm going to show you that the Democrats in the files took her name out of a file, right? She says, I'm Virginia Roberts. This when she was alive. I know the Epstein client list. I met the orange dude when I worked at Mar-a-Lago. Hopefully, our new president. Again, much to be tight-lipped about the list, but also who I tell. Only someone of your candor who knows what to do with this information could help, right? So she said, hopefully he's the president. So all of the victims said he had nothing to do with it. So you got to get out your feelings if you really want to know the truth of the case and kind of look at the evidence and like try to discern through. I'm not pro nothing. Victim Virginia Giuffre endorsing the orange dude for 2024. She actually testified and she wrote a book and she said he was not there and he was not guilty of it. Right? Now, Jasmine Crockett. Oh, yeah. It's going to come out. These Democrats got some splaining to do. Now, here go some more files. That 23,000 pages of the Epstein info came out. I come to bring y'all the receipts. And the Democrats redacted, hiding, blocking out certain names and statements. Okay? One name they blocked out was Virginia's name because she publicly said she never saw the orange dude do anything wrong. These are the victims. I'm not pro or against. I just want the truth. Watch this. This is the actual Epstein file. Here we go again. These are the files. From Ghislaine Maxwell to Jeffrey Epstein vacation at Gmail, GVATE. I've been thinking about that. This is the actual file right here. Watch this. Sent by Epstein from Ghislaine to Epstein. And it says, this is Saturday, April 2nd, right? 2011. I want you to realize that the dog hasn't barked. The dog that hasn't barked is Trump. All right. So Epstein sent this to Ghislaine. I want you to realize that the dog that hasn't barked is Trump. Virginia, that's the lady, her, the one who underlined herself. Virginia spent hours at my house with him. He has never once been mentioned. All right. Right? Now, this is what the Democrats did. Released by the oversight Democrats, this is what they released. I want you to realize that the dog that hasn't barked is Trump. Victim spent hours at my house with him. He has never once been mentioned. Thank you, ordinary person. Yes, tragically. And that's why they said she committed suicide, but I don't know her. May she RIP, but I just don't trust anybody, right? Because they'll say that people committed that act and really they did it to them or whatever, but we don't know. So RIP. But listen, they redacted her name. This is the files, and I'm going to show y'all the receipt. I got another one. Watch this. Here go another one. That ain't it. This, they redacted this. Watch this. This is the actual file from Jeffrey Epstein sent to Michael Wolff. It says, redacted, works at Mar-a-Lago. She was the one that accused Prince Andrew. Okay? Orange Dude said he asked me to resign. I'm not trying to say his name so I don't get striked. Never a member ever. Of course he knew about the girls as he asked Ghislaine to stop. Now that sticks out to me, Sister Courtney, because Epstein said that that woman who worked at Mar-a-Lago was the one who accused Prince Andrew. And the Orange Dude said that once the staff complained, he kicked them out. And the staff said it, and Virginia said it, RIP to her, and the other said that once the Orange Dude found out that Epstein was harassing the people, he kicked them out, and that's when they got their beef. And then the black Plaskett lady, the one from Congress, they was trying to take him down and impeach him back then, and Epstein was coaching her, okay? But look what he said. He said, of course he knew about the girls as he asked Ghislaine to stop. So the Orange Dude asked her to stop. But look what the Democrats published. This was the actual email, and this is the one released by the oversight Democrats. And look what they did. Victim Mar-a-Lago, they erased Prince Andrew's name. So it reads like this. Victim Mar-a-Lago, Trump said he asked me to resign, never a member. Of course, he knew about the girls. He asked Ghislaine to stop. So why are they redacting? Now, I'm showing you the actual, there you go, the actual files. Right? I got something else I want to show y'all. So y'all can, where is it? I'll find it. Give me a second. I got so much, I got so much to bring out. That's another one. We'll bring that out in a second. I got the actual file. Where my actual file at? Here we go. This is the actual text message. See? Message. What private stands behind the non-release of college transcripts? Sender. Jeffrey Epstein's on iTunes at Gmail. Time. Is read? No. Is invitation? No. Message. Great outfit. You look great. I have the actual transcripts. I do all this just so, we don't do a thing of where's this stuff coming from? Because the files are being released. but the Democrats are redacting and didacting and changing files, right? Now watch this. Watch this. Now watch what what is her Democrat, the other black lady, right? Watch what she says when they ask her about it, right? Copyright disclaimers are in effect. Let me stop sharing that. Watch this. Another video. Hold on. Let me find my video. It's where's she at? It's this one. Now that's Plaskett lying. That's this one. Here she go. All right. Now come back. Share screen. Share. Copyright disclaimers are in effect. This is what's her name? I forgot her name now. She'll still say it. Right? Now watch her reaction.
This is an email from April 2nd, 2011. Republicans are saying that that victim is Virginia Giuffre. As you know, she died by suicide. She's been very outspoken, All
right, so that's the letter I showed y'all. You see? All right? So they're asking Crockett, thank you, the Democrat Crockett, right? Now, this is the part I don't like. I don't have nothing against nobody, but I stand for truth. These people are about political affiliations and money. Mammon is their god, right? That they'll turn a blind eye to this stuff. I wouldn't. That's why I wouldn't do well in politics and stuff, right? Because I wouldn't, right? So this Crockett, this is Crockett, right? Her name, this one right here, right? And right, because this is her right here. I'm gonna show this video one day. I've been holding it to show it one day. It's a good video. Her name is Jasmine Crockett. She ain't nothing to play with, and she's a Republican, nothing to play with. This is her right here. I'm gonna show this video one day. I've been had it for months. It's a whole series, but we're gonna see it one day. Share this tab instead. This is her going off on that FBI director, these serpents, these folios. Watch this.
The FBI was appointed by Donald Trump. Now, I will agree that I definitely take issue with a number of decisions that Donald Trump makes, especially when it comes to the people that he decides to appoint to very important positions, including.
So that's her. All right, just so y'all know, that's not Plaskett, that's Jasmine Crockett. All right, now watch what she says when they ask her about, share this tab instead, about the thing leaked. All right, yes, I said she's a Democrat, Lisa. Well, maybe I said Republican by accident. Jasmine is a Democrat and Plaskett is a Democrat. So, and you need to watch your tone, Lisa. Watch your mouth. Show some respect. You ain't perfect either. These YouTube freaking demons. Show some respect. Why don't you just say, oh, you made a mistake, brother. She's a Democrat. Because I could have made an error with my tone. All right, I've been teaching for hours. I know she's a Democrat. So watch your mouth. Have some respect.
This is an email from April 2nd, 2011.
People with no home training. All right, let's continue. Now watch what Jasmine Crockett says when approached by this.
This is an email from April 2nd, 2011. Republicans are saying that that victim is Virginia Giuffre. As you know, she died by suicide. She's been very outspoken victim of Jeffrey Epstein. Here's the email right here on your screen. She wrote a book, as you know, and she did not accuse him of any wrongdoing. What do you make of that? And can you confirm that?
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, it's redacted who the victim is, so I won't necessarily take the Republicans' word on who it is that's redacted. And I don't know why they would necessarily redact someone's name who is deceased at this point.
The Democrats did that, though. The Democrats redacted.
No. I understand,
Okay,
but I'm just saying, like, our biggest concern is to actually make sure that we are protecting victims. And obviously, she wrote a book. She told her truth.
Right. Now, what I want y'all to see is that's all this deflection. They asked her about why did the Democrats, why are they redacting and covering up these names? And same thing with what the Hakeem Jeffries dude did. Instead of them addressing the actual question, they go back to, we want to care about the victims. Well, you really don't care about the victims, honestly. Because if you really do, then so she tried to, when she first started, I don't know if she really knew that the Democrats redacted it, or she didn't know, she tried to play it off like she did, but she tried to like blame the Republicans when she first for the redaction. And so the lady said, no, but the Democrats redacted it. Oh, yeah, I know. But we want to get to the truth, all that. Okay? So yes, that's my point. It's like the way that they move so serpent-like. And the crazy thing is, what I don't like is that this is involving that pedestry. I'm trying not to say these words to get us flagged. Pedo stuff and sexual assault of young women and stuff, right? So really, you should and that's my thing. Yes, they play politics. I agree, but when it comes, and I guess that politics, that's why I could never be a politician, because when it comes to real life, it's one thing to play politics and you're just talking about political matters and stuff and this. But when you're talking about, dang, a PDF file, good. Good one. That's a good. Let me write that down. PDF file. Good one. Thank you. I'll write that down. Right? When it comes to PDF files and stuff like that, that's when all the politics stop. That's when the humanistic, the morality of the person should supersede my position. You understand? The harming of the innocent, women and children and stuff like that, but they stay political. So you're just as, what word is that? You're just as guilty, honestly, in my eyes anyway. Shout out to Joshua Palmer. You're just as guilty as anybody else that cops for them, or that makes excuses for them, or that participates or makes, nah, right? So that's why I'm like, yeah, they both wicked. And they put their wings of the same bird. But now they got this wing trying to blame this bird. Really, honestly, the stuff that they're putting on the orange dude as these files come out, it's a lie. It's like they robbed the store and then they went and said, you robbed the store, when they really robbed the store, right? That's what's coming out with the files. And again, I'm not pro neither side. You understand? I'm pro truth. Okay? The people, we need to know the truth. And the files are telling. All right? So again, that's them. Yeah, just as complicit. That's the word I was looking for, right? Now, hold on. I got more. All right? Which one I'm going to go to now? We're going to go to, let me show this. All right, let's expose this. Yeah, Joshua, I'm pro-truth all the way. I ain't no right or left. I'm truth. I just want the truth. And righteousness. I'm pro-righteousness, morality, truth. And that's it. That's what I'm for, righteousness. And it got nothing to do with your religion, your spirituality. As long as you're trying to be righteous and trying to help others and trying to do good more than you do bad, then I rocks with you. Other than that, you can miss me with anything. It's too much negative stuff in this world. Too much negativity. All right, now, too many devils. Not enough righteous men and women. All right, now, let me go to, hold on, I got some more receipts, some more files to show y'all. Let me grab which one I'm going to do. Let me grab that one. And then if I go forward, so let me grab that and let's just go forward through the files and then we'll show some more videos. All right. So let me go stop share. Because I'm going to show you a lot of files that they're not showing them. And I don't understand why they're not. This ain't top news all over the world. Share screen, window. Let me go to this one, share. All right. Now, let me go back to go forward first. Let's just walk this through. Let's do it this way. So this one says, let's just go through these. Trump's personal attorney at a 2019 congressional hearing Delegate Stacey Plaskett attends a March 2019 hearing. The newly released documents from Epstein's estate show that the convicted PDF file texted with a Democratic member of Congress. I showed y'all the video. Delegate Stacey Plaskett of the U.S. Virgin Islands during the congressional hearing with Michael Cohen. I showed y'all that. Now watch this. Come on. Thank you. I forgot this one. Stop share. Watch this one. I got another receipt. Share screen, because I got so much to bring out. Hold on. Let me grab it. You can come back here. I got another one for y'all. Let's show what the Virgin Islands say about this sister. Let's go to the Virgin Islands, because that wouldn't be fair, right? We're about fairness. And here we go. This, let me see, make sure y'all can see it. Yep. This is the Virgin Islands Consortium. See, breaking news. Newly unsealed documents expose Plaskett's emails soliciting Epstein's contributions and extending fundraiser invitation. June 2023. Everybody, peace to Tony T out there. Now look at her. Delegate to Congress, Stacey Plaskett. This is the Virgin Islands Consortium. Let's go to the island and see what they got to say about this. Epstein, she wrote, she said that he was a reprehensible person and I'm truly disgusted by his actions. That's what she said. Congressional Delegate Stacey Plaskett said earlier this month, speaking out after filings in the ongoing lawsuit between the government of the Virgin Islands and J.P. Morgan Chase. So they sued J.P. Morgan Chase, the victims, and they sued the government of Virgin Islands. The victims sued Stacey Plaskett. All right? Thank you so much for the donation. I humbly receive. Oh, oh, that's these trolls. They leave a donation and then say something negative. Well, thank you. And thank you. And I was going to say, and your mama, but it's okay. I can't do that no more. Well, we humbly thank you. And this ninja that is dumb as hell, right? I'm just ignorant, and I'm just reading from the Virgin Islands Consortium, and I'm just showing the actual receipts from the files, but I'm a dumb ninja. Right? And this is misinformation. So I'm giving misinformation by showing the actual Epstein files that are reduced. You didn't go and get the files. You're not showing the files. You're not showing the videos. You didn't show her Plaskett with the Epstein thing, but I'm a dumb ninja. Well, I thank you for your little donation and have a nice day. All right. Thank you. I enjoy handling these troll I don't want to call them a loser, these troll minions this way. I enjoy that much this way. All right? Yeah, much receipts nobody heard. I got plenty more, right? Now watch this. Now, the victims sued J.P. Morgan Chase. They sued the government of the Virgin Islands and Stacey Plaskett. I'm going to show y'all that receipt, okay? It's well. And the other dude, he can go eat. All right, let me leave him alone. All right, here we go. Now, they says the filings between the government of the Virgin Islands, the lawsuit between the government of the Virgin Islands, J.P. Morgan, brought her acceptance of Jeffrey Epstein's donations to her political campaigns to the forefront. Ms. Plaskett said that she was unaware of Epstein's campaign contributions until after it was reported in the press subsequent to her campaign's federal filings. Now, what did I show y'all? I showed y'all from the Epstein's files that's been released, her actually asking Leslie to ask Epstein to donate. But look what she said. She was unaware of his contributions. See, I'm showing the lies from the lake of fire, right? Now, it says, however, newly unsealed evidence submitted by J.P. Morgan's legal team show that Delegate Plaskett in 2018 had personally requested that an invitation to her Bloomberg fundraiser be sent to Epstein. I showed y'all it. Guess what? The Virgin Islands Consortium got the same transcript. BB, butt boy. I don't know what BB stand for, but whatever, right? Diddy, okay? All right? So I showed you the same receipt, and look, it's in the Virgin Islands Consortium that she said she was unaware of Epstein's campaign contribution, but they publish here that she says from Stacey Plaskett, if you would share this invitation with Jeffrey, it'd be much appreciative. I would be grateful for his support, the support of those he may direct to assist me. I'll be in New York City this Thursday. So the Virgin Islands is showing butt boy, okay, who that she's lying when she's saying she was unaware. All right, let's continue. What else is the Virgin Islands exposing her? The email from Delegate to Congress Stacey Plaskett seeking support from Jeffrey Epstein and his circle of wealthy, powerful friends. This is the J.P. Morgan court filing. I'm going to show y'all that. The email was reportedly sent July 2018, a year before Epstein was arrested on his trafficking charges. However, he was being investigated since March 2025 in Florida after a 14-year-old little girl reported she was arrested at his mansion. And in 2008, he pleaded guilty to one count of soliciting prostitution and a count of soliciting prostitution for someone under the age of 18. All right. And at this point, additionally, multiple women have spent approximately 10 years claiming that he had groomed, trafficked, and abused by they were abused by the owner of Little St. James. That's the island in the Virgin Islands. Epstein Islands is called Little St. James, and his network of powerful friends. All right. Now, Plaskett, the black lady, Democrat liar, she said it was a bad fundraising decision and all this stuff, right? But the unsealed documents add detail to J.P. Morgan Chase's claims that Epstein deliberately and methodically cultivated an influential network of politically powerful Virgin Islanders who he thought would help cushion him from the worst effects of his sex offender status. That is what he did. And he had the governess and the governor and Plaskett and all of them. Plaskett denies ever leveraging her position to aid Epstein's business or illegal activities. All right. Now, there you go. So this goes on. Y'all can find this at the Virgin Island Consortium. Just Google it and you can read it. Right. All right. So look, now they got the other part. This is the part. So the Virgin Island is exposing their own. So now they says, while it has already been argued that Miss Dijon, that's the governor's wife, the first lady of the Virgin Islands from the governor, played a key role in identifying local political players who will be useful in service of Epstein's agenda on his island. The recently unsealed filings underscore just how enthusiastically she took up the task, the governor's wife. The idea of supporting Miss Plaskett's congressional run seems to have initially come from Miss Dijon, the governor, first lady, when former Senate President Sean Malone reportedly came after Epstein in a legislative hearing in June 2014. Miss Dijon wrote to her employer, Epstein, your help is needed. We are trying to get Stacey Plaskett elected to Congress. We would have a friend in Stacey. And I showed y'all this receipt. The email. And it says, to Jeffrey Epstein, your help is needed. We're trying to get Stacey Plaskett elected to Congress, Sean Malone, everything, right? She told him how much and all of it. All right. So it says, the document unsealed this week also provide further detail about the lengths to which the governor, the first lady, Mr. John, and Epstein's loyal employee sought to influence the legislative process. When in 2011, the Senate was considering the reporting regime that would be applied to sex offenders residing in the Virgin Island territory, Ms. DeJong crafted language that would be more favorable to Epstein, her employer's interests, and she edited according to Epstein's feedback. When Epstein's preferred language did not make it into the amended legislation of the Virgin Islands, Ms. DeJong, the First Lady Governor, suggested that he could work around the horrible weak Epstein by cultivating senators who she considered friendly to get around these obstacles. So the First Lady of the Virgin Islands told Epstein when the crafted language wasn't favorable in his interests, that the preferred language didn't make it into the amended legislation from the Virgin Islands. Ms. DeJong, the First Lady from the governor, suggested that he could work around this bad week that he's having by cultivating senators. This is when she brought up Plaskett, who considered friendly to get around these obstacles. While approaching Vincent Frazier, then the Attorney General, for discretion for status quo, that's the least he can do, she wrote to Epstein. Frazier was was Attorney General under the administration of her husband, the governor of the Virgin Islands at that time, John P. DeJong. He's dead now. I don't know how to say the Jong name, Jongh. Okay? For her work in managing the offices of Epstein's local companies, the First Lady, Ms. DeJong, was handsomely compensated. And then they put a table showing how much she was making for all the years she worked for Epstein. This is how he got his Epstein Island to get through tax breaks, right? Now, they show her paying for the kids' college tuition, a private school, the Antilles School for the kids, all this stuff. This is the Virgin Islands Consortium. Now, the former First Lady Cecil DeJong's compensation chart while working for Jeffrey Epstein. This is the J.P. Morgan Chase court filings. So you're seeing the document that says document 18618 filed 6/14/2023, page 4 of 4. So we got court records, documents. And this butt boy BB talking about somebody is an idiot and all this stuff, these ignoramuses. Sorry, I'm trying to say it calm. Let me say it a little calmer. These ignorant people be so disrespectful that they don't even have the right respect to, right? I'm trying to work on that because I'm from New York, so sometimes I'm a little rough around the edges, but I'm trying to work on when people be adversary for me to stay calm and not allow them to get me out of my righteousness, right? That's what we're called to do. Manage your tempo and your emotion. I'm working on. I'm a work in progress like we all should be. I live what I speak, all right? And I'm transparent. I just show it all. Facts. I don't like hiding nothing. It is what it is. Raw and cut. People been lied to too much. Look at all this system politics. Everybody lying to us. You should be happy to catch someone trying to tell the truth. Instead, these ignoramuses come here and because they don't like what we's bringing out, trying to act like somebody bringing out some false anything. I'm showing you, how is it false? We're showing everything that we can possibly show. All right. Now, it says in 2014, while scrutiny was being reignited around Epstein's plea deal that allowed him to serve only 13 months in jail after being accused of PDF files and major X crimes, the Virgin Islands Economic Development Authority that was chaired by the now governor, Albert Bryan Jr., approved the renewal of the South Trust Company's tax benefits. This is how Epstein, when he was going through the PDF charges in America, he had his hands in the Virgin Islands political system. So that the Virgin Island Economic Development Authority, who was chaired by Albert Bryan at that time, he renewed Epstein's South Trust Company's tax benefits. And guess who became the new Economic Development Authority chairwoman? Bingo, Plaskett, or whatever how you say her name, right? So now, this is their government of the Virgin Islands of the United States, this certificate of tax incentive benefits for Jeffrey Epstein, Financial Strategy Group, Jeffrey Epstein, Port Osal Mall, Suite 15, St. Thomas, Virgin Islands, so, right? So all we showing is receipts, okay? So this is Certificate of Tax Benefits in the Virgin Islands for Financial Strategy Group, JP Morgan Chase court filing, right? So they went to trial. All right, let me get through this. All right. So look at this. At the beginning of the week, hold on, let me close out with this part. While the government may be able to prove its case that JP Morgan Chase facilitated Mr. Epstein's continued sex trafficking operations by negligently, sorry, it's hard for me to say that word, negligently failing to report suspicious transactions, the documents unearthed in the ongoing lawsuit raise serious questions about the character, integrity, and judgment of some of the highest-ranking members of the Virgin Islands territory's political class. Okay? Could Ms. Smith's vow to hold accountable those who violate all laws pursuing injustice the people of the Virgin Islands lead to after the JP Morgan case is over? All right. That might depend on... At the beginning of the week, JP Morgan settled a separate lawsuit for almost $300 million. They settled. They gave it to the victims of Jeffrey Epstein. The suit brought by an anonymous woman claimed that the bank facilitated Mr. Epstein's crime by failing to flag his suspicious transaction. Guess who else was named? Plaskett. And she's still in Congress right now. All right. So that shows what the Virgin Islands think about her. This is Jeffrey Island's right-hand black side chick, right? That's why I'm going to rename it. Epstein's, his black side kick, okay? All right? And she's still in Congress right now. Now, let's get back. Let me do some other receipts so we can find a little closeout, right? I want to get through all these receipts because I want y'all to have all the receipts that I was allowed to find. All right. So let me go. Where is it? Here. So which one I'm going to do? This one. Let's go here. We're going to start here. So I'm going to stop share, share screen. Oh, I got to stay to the side because on the short, I'll be getting cut off. Stay to the side. Share screen. Why we? Oh, okay. He's at the bottom. I'm like, why we look so little? So share screen, share, window, bang, share. Now we're gonna walk through these receipts, right? This one says Epstein text her, great outfit. We showed that. Let's go through this. Great outfit. We showed that. I showed y'all that. This is the text thread, the documents, actual text thread, right? Showed y'all that. I showed that video. This is someone wrote this on Twitter. With the release of the Epstein emails, this is the files. We found out that he actually hated Trump. Facts. He didn't trust him. Facts. I'm not saying that the orange dude is innocent. Nothing. I'm just saying facts. I'm a man of facts. I want to know what's actually out there. I don't care about, I ain't picking sides for nobody. I'll pick the side of the Most High, truth, okay? Righteousness. It says, with the release of the files, this was come out. Epstein hated Trump. That's evident because he says it in the thing. He disrespects him in the files. He calls him names. He calls him everything. He said he's a degenerate and he's this and that. I'm paraphrasing, right? He didn't trust them. He said that. They weren't friends, apparent. The NYT directly worked, the New York Times directly worked with Epstein to suppress stories about him. I'm going to show it, the receipt. After Bradley Edwards, the lawyer of the accusers, said that the orange dude was the only individual to cooperate and help, Epstein said that the orange dude didn't have one decent cell in his body. Facts. Epstein said that in his transcripts. He didn't like the orange dude. He said he was a degenerate and he had one decent cell in his body. That's what Epstein said about the orange dude. This was all so compelling that the Democrats faked the redaction of a supposed victim's name. I showed you that, Virginia. They took it out. The name they blocked was Virginia Guthrie, I don't know how to say her last name, who publicly testified, she did, that the orange dude had nothing to do with the stuff that Epstein was doing. All right? This is just the facts that's coming out from the emails and the files. I ain't on nobody's side. Let's continue. Democrat Stacey Plaskett threatens the Twitter files. She threatens Twitter files journalists. This is back in 2023 with prison. So Stacey Plaskett been nasty for a while. She been going after. Now, we didn't know that she was being puppeteered earlier by, what's his name? Epstein. Let's continue. Right? It says, I've been reporting on Little Miss Impeachment Stacey Plaskett's dirty financial deeds with Epstein for years, including her efforts to protect Epstein's orgy island and her begging Epstein for campaign contributions. All right? These are some of the posts people write, and this is how I get some of the documents and stuff, because people are posting the files. You got to find the files, right? So, Jeffrey Epstein's Democratic grifting gal pal Stacey Plaskett's attempt to belittle the United States Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent during the House hearing. The delegate Stacey Plaskett did the dirty, convicted ex-trafficker, thank you so much, Jeffrey Epstein and his attorney Darren indict for campaign contributions after he was convicted on prostitution charges in 2028. Plaskett went to Epstein's mansion to beg for campaign contributions. Now Plaskett remains the sole defendant in a civil lawsuit brought by Epstein's victims against the government of the United States Virgin Islands. I'm going to show y'all that. In the ongoing federal civil lawsuit against Plaskett, the Southern District Attorney of New York, Judge Aaron, his name is Subramanian. That's a funny name. Declared in his findings allowing the case to proceed against Plaskett. In Plaskett's case, the judge wrote the money she solicited from Epstein in New York and eventually received is directly related to the alleged quid pro quo to facilitate Epstein's sex trafficking enterprise. So long-arm justice is established at this stage. This is what the judge wrote. So this is ongoing. Shout out to Jerry Jr., right? While she does not live or work in New York, she has a home. Now, the judge said, this is what the judge said. While Stacey Plaskett does not live or work in New York, she has a home in Washington, D.C., and she would not need to travel directly from the Virgin Islands, the judge said. Moreover, she is mentioned by name 60 times in the complaint from Epstein's victims, and the plaintiffs assert that she engaged in unique conduct, like traveling to New York to solicit the donations, that other defendants did not, he said. The Second Amendment complaint, or SAC, alleges that Plaskett received a position at a law firm affiliated with Epstein's lawyer, Kellerhals, Ferguson, and Kroblin. So she got a position at the law firm of Epstein's lawyers, and that Epstein made the maximum contributions to her campaigns, that Epstein hosted a fundraiser for her, and that Epstein gave her a $30,000 loan. In exchange, the complaint alleges that Plaskett approved over $300 million in tax breaks for Epstein's companies when she was counsel for the Virgin Islands Economic Development Commission, a benefit she has repeatedly denied having any role in deciding, and used her political influence as a congresswoman to ensure that Epstein's clients and co-conspirators and co-defendants traveled freely and had access to victims and plaintiffs. She also allegedly agreed to be Epstein's friend and knew that her actions were in service of Epstein's sex trafficking scheme, it says. Democrat congressman went to Jeffrey Epstein's home. Delegate Stacey Plaskett went to Epstein's townhouse in September 2018. She acknowledged during a deposition this month. You see how this people want to talk about we lying and I'm making up stuff and I'm showing everything, every receipt. Look, so Plaskett said, I recall going to his address and ringing the doorbell. She said in her deposition, someone opened the door, Plaskett said as she answered questions under oath on May 8th that she recalled going to his address and ringing the doorbell. She said he was sitting at a very long table having a conversation with another gentleman. Plaskett added later that man left, and Plaskett sat down and spoke to Epstein for a period of time that she said was less than an hour. But remember the video I played y'all when she said, "Oh, I didn't know nothing. I didn't know nothing. I'm so innocent." She said they spoke about Virgin Islands politics, national politics, campaign contributions, according to Plaskett. Epstein, she said, Epstein was one of a list of individuals from whom Plaskett planned to ask for money for herself, the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee, or both. He was one of a list who she was going to ask for money for the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee and or both for herself. She was supposed to raise a certain amount. Shout out to Brother Chuck in the building, right? She was supposed to raise a certain amount, somewhere around $250,000 for the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee, which helps get Democrat congressional candidates elected. So Epstein's money is what got these Democrats, boy, this is, I'm sorry, crazy work. Y'all see all the work I put into putting all this stuff together, right? Let's continue. Let's continue. Let's move right along. And this one, Stacey Plaskett and her benefactor, Jeffrey Epstein, June 29th, 2023. Look, Jeffrey Epstein, Virgin Islands for Plaskett, $2,700. Jeffrey Epstein, Virgin Islands for Plaskett, $2,700. Jeffrey Epstein Island, Virgin. It's crazy. Thank you, Yashala, for your donation. It's crazy. Now I got a righteous donation because Butt Boy sitting gave me a devil donation. The devil's a lie, right? Now look at this one. Virgin Islands for Plaskett. Another one, $2,700. Okay? This is a black side chick. And they ain't why ain't nobody talking about this? Why ain't this fun news? Look. The judge dismisses Jane Doe's Epstein complaint against everybody but Plaskett. Let me explain. Congresswoman Stacey Plaskett remains the sole defendant in a lawsuit, and Jacob Castro, that's the maximum amount that he can donate to get her elected. That's why it was 27 each time, because by law that's the maximum. But then the lawsuit alleged that he used his other businesses to donate more. All right, they got her elected. Watch this. Congressman Stacey Plaskett remains the sole defendant in a lawsuit brought by Jeffrey Epstein's victims against the Virgin Island government after a federal judge for the Southern District of New York ruled Friday that the United States court lacks personal jurisdiction over the other Virgin Islands 6 officials named in the complaint. But they left her, she's still the complaint still lodged against her. That's his side chick. Let's continue. Look at this one. Stacey Plaskett solicited donations from Jeffrey Epstein. I showed y'all the actual, right? And look, here go the donations. And I showed you the email where the governor, she said, your help is needed. We are trying to get Stacey Plaskett elected to Congress. See, since this is a federal election, only personal contributions up to $2,600 per person can be given. She needs to raise about $75,000 between now and August, right? He said, Sean is the one who came after you, Jeffrey, in the Senate hearing last week. He is nasty and needs to be defeated, and we would have a friend in Stacey. So they got her elected. Let's continue. Look, that's her. Let me continue up. I showed that. Her video saying that the orange dude needs to be shot. And then she said, stop. Right? And she's acting like she's all innocent. Right? Look at this. J.P. Morgan digs into Plaskett's Epstein ties in the deposition. The Virgin Island Delegate Congress Stacey Plaskett accepted contributions totaling more than $34,000 from Jeffrey Epstein and 4 of his associates from 2014 to 2020 election cycle, according to a partial transcript of her hours-long deposition last month, right? And the government's lawsuit against J.P. Morgan Chase Bank. I'm trying to give y'all all the receipts. Look at this. J.P. Morgan agrees to pay $75 million to settle the lawsuit with U.S. Virgin Islands government over alleged, and they actually sent I think they said it $300 million or whatever they gave, right? Over alleged trafficking ties. J.P. Morgan has reached a settlement with the U.S. Virgin Islands over a lawsuit alleging the bank. Let's continue. Stacey Plaskett was colluding with Epstein after knowing he pleaded guilty. Jeffrey Epstein pleads guilty to prostitution charges 2008, pleaded guilty to soliciting an underage prostitute, and immediately began serving an 18-month term. All right? And he was placed on the National Sex Offender Registry. So Plaskett, DeJong, the Virgin Islands, everybody, it's legal. He's registered. Do you understand? So they can't lie and say they didn't know this. She, on CNN, I showed y'all the video. She says he wanted to make contributions, but she left out that she personally asked him for money and texted him during the coherence and went to his house. I showed you a video, to act like that's at the beginning for those who just joining us, right? She went to his house. Here go another one. Plaskett was texting a convicted a PDF file, not as an attempt to help the victims, but instead just looking for dirt on President Trump. And they weren't able to find none in that 2019. So now they back again, doing it again in 2025. I ain't for or against. I'm just exposing the truth. Okay? What's actually happening? What's can be shown from happening. Now there's other stuff that's going to come out later. You know, he could be guilty of some stuff. I don't know, but I'm bringing out what is shown so far, right? This is a gross example of why the American people hate, the system. Facts. All right, let's continue. I'll show that. This person said in 2020, the Democrats could have stopped it. Yeah, they could have bought this all out. I showed that. I showed this clip, right? She act like, I don't know who did that, redacted it. I showed the redaction, right? The Prince Andrew, they covered his name up. They lied. Now, the New York Times, the same Democrats who spent months screaming, release the files, they told the New York Times that doing so was meant to disorient and to distract. So, the Democrats claim that the sheer volume of the release on Wednesday was intended to disorient. This was the first post that the New York Times posted on November 12th. Watch this. But then they changed it. This says the fake and dishonest New York Times is colluding with Democrats by editing their Epstein stories. The original is this. This was the original. Democrats, November 12th, Democrats claim that the sheer volume of the release of the Epstein's files on Wednesday was intended to disorient and to distract attention from their revelations about Mr. Trump's actions during the time he and Mr. Epstein were close. And then they redacted it the next day. And they put Democrats claim that the sheer volume of the release was intended to distract attention from their revelations. All right? So it's being exposed how they keep redacting information and changing, right? And this was, I showed the video of her, okay? Now this one, I'm not going to read all this, but this one shows that in 2000, that the Democrats tried to smear the orange dude by linking him to Epstein in a 2007 case. But Acosta, I think he was the attorney general or something. So he was the U.S. attorney general. Mr. Acosta, he crushed it, their narrative. So they asked him, have you ever, in the entire time you were the U.S. attorney, ever once spoke to Donald Trump? He said, I did not speak with him. I don't know if this is true or not, but this is just the stuff that came out, right? So he says, I have no knowledge that any person spoke to Donald Trump with respect to Epstein. I have no knowledge of Donald Trump's name appearing in any Epstein document. I have no knowledge of the orange dude being associated with the investigation. Anyway, I'm not saying that he wasn't, but I can't, because I can't speak on behalf of the many, many attorneys and case agents. I can simply say I have no knowledge of it. And let me also say, I think if there was, if there was any evidence of him being it, it's pretty spectacular that it hasn't leaked by now. I agree, because all these years, I'm like, and the stuff that's coming out is still not implicating him. It's actually now implicating the Democrats, which is crazy work, right? So anyway, I ain't gonna read all that. And then I showed that where they took Virginia's name, redacted it, right? All right. I think I showed mostly all of it. All right. House Democrat work for Epstein. I showed that. That was her email, Stacey Plaskett, to Leslie asking Jeffrey to donate. I showed where she went to his house. I showed that. That's the actual receipt of the governor of the United Virgin Islands. I showed her, crazy lady, showed who she was. All right. That's it. I showed all those physical receipts. Now I just got maybe 1 or 2 videos to show. So let me see. I'm going to go. All right. Let's go to this one. I think I showed that one. That one. All right. So this is earlier with some of them. Stop share. Bang. Share screen. Bang. Share. This was earlier when, and this is years ago, I think. Yeah, this was a little earlier. Watch this.
I believe that you might have been asked earlier about whether you had.
Copyright disclaimers are in effect for reactionary purposes only.
I believe that you might have been asked earlier about whether you had had an opportunity to visit with any of Epstein's legal counsel. Were you asked that question earlier?
I think so.
Okay. One of the legal counsels or legal fixers for Mr. Epstein was Stacey Plaskett, the Democrat delegate to Congress from the Virgin Islands. So perhaps for those on the other side who are interested in talking to Jeffrey Epstein's attorneys, they could sure visit with one of their own colleagues. I believe that you might have.
So what this Republican woman was bringing out, she was like, so y'all so interested in talking with Jeffrey Epstein's lawyers and colleagues, if y'all really want it, it's one of your own Democrats. You might want to talk to Stacey Plaskett. His right, what's what I call it? Epstein's black side chick, his right-hand black side chick. She's right, it's right in the Democrat. Y'all sitting up there blaming everything else, and she the one, she's sitting up there texting, he got inside to Congress. That's some crazy work, bro. This is nasty, messy. That's why I said this is tea time with today. Okay, yeah. She got roasted with that, right? She said, well, y'all might as well go right through to the Democratic clubhouse and talk to Stacey. Right? Talk to those in your own house. Why y'all keep coming at us? Okay? All right. Let me do. All right. So we did that one. I did that one. Okay. We did that. Let me see. We did. Okay. I think I only had this one. We might as well show it. I didn't show it everything else. I had one more. I did a little out of order. So this is one. Share this tab instead. We might as well see them all.
There is a member of Congress who's a Democrat, Stacey Plaskett, and she's now on record texting Jeffrey Epstein about how to get Trump during a deposition while being a member of Congress. But you're in Congress. This seems like a pretty bad activity.
Well, it is bad, and she needs to explain it, and we need the records to see the context of it. I mean, that's just I don't know how many times I need to say it.
I'm telling you, old
There
dude.
is a member.
I agree with you, old dude. This is bad. Abayah, he is running Congress. That part really should be a serious. That's what Abayah said. He's directing things in Congress. While she's literally, and they was trying to impeach the orange dude while he's doing it, and Epstein is literally directing what she says into, oh my good, tell her good job. And Epstein, the little Diddy, the Diddy diddler, he's the diddler of the Diddies. That's crazy work. So why ain't this all over the news? Why ain't this headline stories worldwide? And she's still in Congress. Oh my goodness. I really can't. I really can't with that one. The one that I can't even fathom is she's still in Congress right now. What? What? And they just excusing it. Wow. Wait till the rest of these files come out. Stay tuned. So I agree, Mr. Old Dude. She needs to explain. That's the Lanya, that's the part. Yeah, he the white Diddy. Diddy ain't got nothing on Epstein. And they said Epstein had a little diddler too. What is with these pedos? I'm glad they got little diddlers. Y'all know what I mean, little dinglings. I'm glad because, I don't want them to, be hurt, less hurt that they can do, I guess. But is there something with the little dinglings? No disrespect to anybody with little dinglings, but they said he got one too. The sisters and Diddy had one. These little dinglings need to sit their butt down somewhere. What's wrong with them? What's that, a thing? Is it little dinglings make people pervert or something? I don't know what's going on with them, but they need to sit down. So yeah, Epstein. Okay, so I think I got all my videos. I think I did, right? And then they want to cover for it. So let's close with this. And then, yeah, because it's 12:30. Good, we get to close. Yeah, Mitch, something wrong with these little dirty dinglings. These little birdie. And that's what that's what the Hellenists, the Greeks, right? Zeus, remember the statues? They all got the little dinglings. I think we on to something. This is a big L for the Virgin Islands. The Virgin Islands get the biggest L of every L we ever did for all the years this ministry been on YouTube. The Virgin Islands got the biggest L. They actually allowed him to do this on this island. Now, the funny thing, Mitch, is even the series we doing about the beginning of Christianity and the Greeks and the Romans and all their statues, they all got the little dinglings. So I think it might be something to this. It might be something to this because all those statues, and they were all into diddling, right? They was all Diddy. The little dingling Diddy crew, the Diddy dinglings or something. I don't know. No disrespect to anybody that I know that got to be a rough thing. And if you got a little dingling, then you keep your little dingling and find you a woman with a little chocha. All right? They got women. There's different sizes. Okay? There are women with really small chochas, and you just keep finding one till you find a woman with a little chocha and your little dingling, and they match. But don't be taking your little dingling and be going out. I don't know what's wrong with that thing. I mean, that's the spirit over it. So if you got a little dingling, then you need to pray more, and there might be some Greek spirit over you or something. I don't know what's going on with that. But I'm just putting it together because all those statues and the Greeks, that was all about the ditty, the booty. Come on, Jacob. You know I keep it 110. I'm just being real. I know it's funny, but I'm actually being real because some type of spirit got to be over that. Because now I'm putting it together. I'm like, why do they all got little dinglings? What's going on with this? Something's wrong. And then the Greeks, I'm like, hold up. And the Romans and all the little everybody, the little dingling crew. And it's all about, some Baal. Maybe this got to tie into Baal somewhere. All right. So let's close out with this. Epstein, and then I got a word. I'm gonna close out with my word.
Was questioning Michael Cohen. Plaskett was communicating with Jeffrey Epstein. To be clear, this is years.
So now they was on the stand questioning Michael Cohen to try to impeach the orange dude back in 2019. They trying to take him down, and Epstein was coaxing the doggone congresswoman in the thing. She need to be, why is she arrested?
And years after he was convicted in 2008 of soliciting a minor. Plaskett was texting with Epstein that morning, the morning of the hearing that was aired on C-SPAN. She texted with Epstein, he'll talk about his grades. Epstein responded, what privilege stands behind the non-release of college transcripts? He then says, great outfit. You look great. All caps. Plaskett replied, thanks. It goes on. At 10:41 a.m., Epstein, ever the weirdo, texts her, are you chewing? Plaskett responds, not anymore. Chewing interiors of my mouth. Bad habit from middle school.
Okay? So she's doing all this texting with Epstein, the Diddy, the diddler, while in Congress. So she's up there texting and looking down at her phone, and the people have no idea that while she's doing this, look at her. She's looking down at her phone. And Epstein texting her. And this woman is still in Congress. Look at her. Epstein's side chick. She might have got some of that little dingling. Stacey, did you get some of that little dingling? Girl, you need to stop. Y'all need to repent. These serpents, they come in all shapes, form, colors, and sizes. The devil's a lie. I ain't racist. I'm truth. I'm telling the truth, the whole truth, nothing but truth. I don't give a crap what color you is. Serpent is what serpent does. And look at her, knowing doggone well this girl then sat up there and watch her. Watch her.
Weisenberg and other individuals, Ms. Rona. Who are those individuals? Are they with the Trump organization?
They are.
Are there other people that we should be meeting with?
So
now she ain't know who no Rona was. Epstein told her. See, that's his assistant. She said, Rona? Who is Rona? Y'all see it on the screen? She didn't know. And then Epstein said, she said, quick, hurry up. I'm up next. Hurry up. Is it an acronym? Who's Rona, Jeffrey? Who's Rona? He said, that's his assistant. And then she come right out and she does this.
Weisenberg and other individuals, Ms. Rona. Who are those individuals? Are they with the Trump organization?
They are.
Are there other people that we should be meeting with?
So
you need to go to jail. I don't be wishing jail on people, but they'll send me to jail. I went to jail. They tried to give me life. Praise the Most High, I got a second chance. I went to jail and I stood 10 toes down. I didn't snitch on nobody. I did everything they gave me, and the Most High gave me a second chance, and now I don't do no crime. The devil's a lie. I'm a righteous man now. I learned, and you ain't get me back. I'm good. I ain't want to spend the rest of my life having to stab people and doing all that stuff to survive, because I wasn't wicked, but I would have had to kill to survive. I know how jail is, a bunch of diddies in jail. And I don't know, some of them in jail, I don't know, that's a whole different thing. You might have some big dinglings that want some booty in jail. I'm good. I'm stabbing anything that move, right? I ain't never coming home. That was my mindset. My mindset was, I'm never coming home. My people who know, when I was facing my 25 to life, everybody, my ex Christy, they all knew. I said, I ain't never coming home. You know why I said I'm never coming home? Because I knew that I was going to have to I might more than likely have to unalive somebody. And they didn't understand what I meant. I meant because I'm going in there and my booty gonna stay virgin. You heard? I'm going in there and if I'm gonna have to unalive. I just knew I'm never coming home because I'm not 6'10" and 400 pounds with everybody scared. Ugh. You know, I'm a nice sized dude, you know, but you know, people are trying. I'm not being not the duty diddy. There ain't nobody duty diddy and nothing here. So I'm never coming home. That's what I said. Everybody know. Everybody who was going through that with me, my exes be like, don't say that. You know, you got to speak life. And I'm never coming home. I need you to have that in your mind. I will never see the light again. Why? Because I know I'm going to have to stab somebody up. I'm going to have to kill somebody. Because if they come for this, they going to die. That's it. That was my mindset. The elder Yayazan from Cali, he said he caught 5 new cases while doing his time. So that was my mindset. So anyway, all right. Now, this is his side chick, the black. So now let's close out. Stop share screen. Not too bad. 12:30. We closing out. Not too bad. That's a good enough time. We did good. All right, let me do this one. Show her. I'm going to make her the new thumbnail for it. Or Epstein and this woman, right? His side chick. Okay, let's close out. Yeah, ain't nobody made tag. The devil's a lie. I'm about to die in there, Yaron. You got to prepare mentally. You got to be prepared. You got to be on go, too. You can't be boo the fool. You can't be running around, la, 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 la. You know what I mean? Nah. I'm looking at everything that move and breathe. If you look at me wrong, if you do something wrong, yo, my dude, what, we got a problem? What's good? You all right? You know, facts, you all right? Everything all right? Right? They like, man, this dude, you know, we ain't gonna, no, you all right. Until I get myself established, you know what I mean? Once you get all established there, then you get your little posse and you get yourself established. You got to establish yourself. I've been to different jails. You got to establish. When you get switched to a new thing, you got to come in there and establish yourself. Because they're predators, right? They're looking to consume you. No. All right. So let's close out. Okay, how can I say this? Let's get a close out. Shout out to Miss Something Else. Greetings, Miss Something Else. Welcome to the house. All right? Now, Stacey Plaskett, right? She moved to the Virgin Islands 2007, right? Now, newly released documents from Jeffrey Epstein's estate show that Stacey Plaskett exchanged real-time texts, right? And hold on, I broke that down. Let me get to. I want to show y'all this part. All right, this part. Why aren't Democrats talking about this? That Stacey Plaskett solicited and was given money from Epstein for the Democratic Commission, such as CCC, after he was already a convicted PDF file. Or the fact that Plaskett accepted maxed out donations from Epstein for her own campaign. Or the fact that the wife of the former Democratic governor of the U.S. Virgin Islands told Epstein that we would have a friend in Stacey if he made the said donations. Or the fact that Plaskett was literally texting Epstein during a committee hearing. Why aren't they talking about this? Why aren't the Democrats talking about the fact that former President Bill Clinton traveled on Epstein's aircraft 26 times? Or the fact that one of Epstein's victims wrote that she saw Bill Clinton on Epstein's Island with 2 young women? Or the fact that Bill Clinton's visit to Epstein's Island was corroborated by one of his former top aides. Why aren't they talking about the long relationship and the storied friendship that Larry Summers, the ex-Harvard president and Clinton's Treasury Secretary and a very prominent Democrat, had with Epstein, who Epstein described was his wingman in his papers? Oh, we're going to expose it. Why aren't they talking about this? Epstein said Larry Summers was his wingman, Clinton's Treasury Secretary. Why aren't they talking about the fact that so-called journalist, Democrat Katie Couric, had dinner at Epstein's mansion after he was already a convicted sex offender who had served his jail time? Why aren't they talking about the fact that Reid Hoffman, a billionaire Democrat mega donor, visited Epstein's PDF file island and attended a dinner with him and even planned to stay at his New York mansion? All of this is in the files. All of this is in the emails, the receipts. Why aren't they talking about the fact that the Democratic National Committee refused to return $32,000 that Epstein donated? Why aren't they talking about the fact that Michael Wolff encouraged Jeffrey Epstein to blackmail the actual then presidential candidate, the orange dude? Now, I'm not pro nobody, but this is history, and these are things that happened. I showed the receipt of Epstein email to Michael Wolff tonight. We showed the actual receipt. It's in the files. And why aren't they talking about that Michael Wolff encouraged Epstein to blackmail Trump, insisting that the Epstein could generate a debt from him? This is the long-standing questions that they need to answer. I mean, we need to know. I'm not saying who guilty or positive, but all the files, the Democrat, it's just spraying. Everything is Democrat. And it's crazy because the orange dude said that. He literally did. He kept saying, once these things come out, you're going to see, everybody going to be shocked that it's pointing everything to Democrats. Now, Epstein had his Democrat side chick, Plaskett, in the Congress, in the government. Now, for years, the world whispers about networks of exploitation, of secret islands, hidden flights, elite circles, these serpentine forces in high places, doors that only open for the wealthy, the 1%, the elite class, and the voiceless victims get trapped behind these doors. The book of Job 12 says, he discovereth deep things out of the darkness and bringeth out to light the shadow of death. The creator of all things is going to bring things to light no matter what. Do you understand? And I think the Most High has entered into the investigation. I think it's about to come out. You know why? Because the people are crying for justice and the truth, right? And the weak, the rich elite, the powerful, I don't care what side of the bird there's wings, these politicians, they are responding with more mockery, all right? Screens flickered with distraction after distraction after distraction after distraction, right? The news agencies are rewriting and redacting, right? Coding language. And in every attempt, the truth is being smothered under layers of unofficial statements. But the Most High is listening. Because timing is everything in regards to judgment. Ecclesiastes 3 says, the Most High shall judge the righteous and the wicked. For there is a time there for every purpose and for every work. Now, the hour of exposure will come, okay? And these serpents and these networks who operated in silence, they're going to start to unravel thread by thread. And I'm going to be here. I'm going to be here to expose every thread. So as these documents surface, as these different connections start to appear, the public will begin to see the outlines of a machine that was built, a dark serpent machine that was not built for protection, but for exploitation. Okay? And later, the system will start to panic. Not because the truth is new, the system will panic because the truth can no longer be hidden. Psalms 94:20 says, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by its laws? Psalms 94:20. See, they gather themselves together against the righteous. These the serpents. See, even wickedness has paperwork and the law. Behind every scandal is not just a person, it's a pattern. I taught y'all before, you always have to look at the pattern of a matter. A pattern of power that protects itself. A pattern of politicians that pretend to be righteous while signing away their morality. A pattern of celebrities preaching virtue while living vice, while living in sin. A pattern of culture desensitized to sin, mockery, immorality. As long as the sinner is rich enough, as long as the sinner is talented enough, or politically connected enough, then he will be praised. But the Most High is not impressed with none of their mansions, none of their celebrated entities, none of their networks, none of their microphones. His judgment begins where the earthly protection of the serpent ends. The book of Nahum 3:5 says, behold, I am against thee, says the Most High, and I will discover the skirts upon thy face. That means your secrets are about to embarrass you. When I pull back, the Most High said, when I pull back the cover, your secret, your skirts upon their face, your secrets will embarrass you. So when all this truth start to come out and the stories flood, the truth, the headlines, understand the media is not leading the revelation. When it really comes out, it ain't because they are making it come out. It ain't because the media wants it to come out. The media will just be reacting to a revelation that it can no longer hide. And then damage control will kick in then. Damage control begin immediately at that point. You're going to see the publicists hurrying up and rushing to make messages. You're going to see politicians releasing statements. Watch when it finally come out. Because they all talk about, bring out the files, bring out the files. Oh, when the files really come out. Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. That's when the party really going to start. When the files really come out. You're going to see, politicians releasing statements left and right. You're going to see them spinning narratives, the newspapers. You're going to see the lawyers rewriting timelines, right? See, what you don't realize, these serpents don't have no fear of public opinion. You know what they really fear? They actually fear the Most High. They'll make y'all think that they don't believe in the Most High, the serpents. The darkness, the soothsayers, the witches, the sorcerers, they all know. They have their own created being, but they believe in what we call the Most High as well. They don't fear no public opinion. They fear the court of the Shamayam, heaven. Proverbs 10 says, he that walketh uprightly walketh surely, but he that perverteth his ways shall be known. They will be exposed. Do you understand that? They shall be known, not might be known. Proverbs said, shall be known. He that perverteth his ways shall be known, not might be known. See, the world will focus on names, right? The world is worried about this name, that name. But the spirit realm, it focuses on systems. because wickedness is never random. Wickedness is specific. It's actually intentional. Okay? Wickedness organizes, it networks, it recruits, and it also protects its own. That's why you have something called secret societies. Do you understand, guys? That's why you have these private circles. You have something called contractual silence. Do you understand? That's why they have these islands. They go and then they get protected by contracts, because wickedness makes contracts. It's actually organized. And the language of the wicked power is secrecy. That's why everything is to be in secret. They take oaths. Come on, Miss Something. Covens. See, but the language of the Most High is actually truth, not secrecy. It's actually revelation, not hidden. It's revealed. He said, don't cover your light, right? Let your light shine in the darkness. He said, don't let your light be dark light. 1 Corinthians 4 and 5 says, the Most High will bring to light the hidden things of darkness and will make manifest the counsel of the hearts. This part. So we ain't just exposing the actions. I will expose intentions, because that's what my Creator, the Most High, instructs me to do. Don't just expose actions. I need to expose intentions. Now, so since all this is coming out and all this world's getting darker, what does that require of the righteous? What are we to do? Well, number one, we are to not fear. We are to not get all worked up in a frenzy. We are not to make an oath or a covenant to no political loyalty. You know what we are to look for? Spiritual clarity. Do you understand? Your relationship with the Creator in your righteousness and discernment is clarity. You are to act and you keep your eyes and your ears open on swivel, and you are to discern what's happening. That's why I rightly divide everything and discern and grab this. You understand? Because this storm has nothing to do with Democrats or Republicans. It has nothing to do with the left wing or the right wing of the bird. It has nothing to do with red states and blue states. People are wrong. Somebody done told them wrong. This ain't a political battle. It's a prophetic reckoning happening. So they don't understand the prophecies. Psalms 146 says, put not your trust in princes, nor in son of men, in whom there is no help. See, they want you to put your hope in the politician and my governor and the senator and the system. If you put your hope in these politicians, you already done lost. Game over. We are not to be children of political parties. We are not to be disciples of these ideologies. We must be the foot soldiers, 10 toes down for the in the truth of the Most High. Not warriors for the left wing or the right wing, but the foot soldiers of the Most High. We must remain children of the Creator of all things. The Most High first and foremost. Righteousness first and foremost. Truth first and foremost. Because both sides of the political spectrum, they are all corrupt. Both sides are reveling in sin and transgression. Both sides are protecting each predators from each side. They have manipulated both of them, the masses. But the Most High don't pick sides. Oh, he don't. The Most High has no sides. He has standards. Deuteronomy 10 says, for the Most High, Yah regardeth not persons, nor taketh reward. See, you can't bribe the Most High. You can't bribe him with truth. You can't distract his righteousness. You can't distract his judgment. You can't distract his judgment. And when the Most High dismantles systems, he reveals the hearts. So Some, they're going to run to politicians, their political idols. Some, they're going to run to their celebrated entities, celebrities. Some will scream out for their favorite leader, right? Some will cling to their doctrine of men. But there's a remnant. There's a remnant of people on this earth who always returns to the one voice that never changes, that never lies. Psalms 118 says, it is better to trust in the Most High than to put confidence in man. See, the books of heaven, Shamayam, is recording everything. And it's doing an audit. You know how everybody's scared of the IRS? Oh, there's a spiritual IRS in the Shamayam in heaven. And it's auditing. You know how you get an audit? It's auditing the whole earth. Oh, yeah, it is. And ain't not one of these politicians' named, a celebrity name, too big to be audited. Ain't not one of their networks, these billionaires, too powerful to be audited. Ain't no secret too hidden to be audited. No institution too respected to be audited. And ain't none of them can escape the light of the Most High. They will be audited in the court of the Shamayam. So the human court system might fail. Politicians might compromise. The media might twist it all. But Yah keeps records of every injustice that ever happened on this Arayat's earth. Some might have turned you wrong. The Most High is keeping records of every secret meeting, of every silenced victim, of every abused child, of every corrupt alliance. The book of Romans 2:16 says the Most High shall judge the secrets of men by the Messiah according to the word. So let the world panic. Let the elites later tremble, shaking in their boots. Let all the network systems of this dark second world fracture. Let all the files leak. WikiLeaks, the documents speak. That's another thing. They making all this hoopla about trying to put Trump with the Epstein stuff, right? And all this. But what about Hillary Clinton? Remember the Pizzagate and the Wiki? What did they do? What the Clintons? What they do to Haiti? Boy, remember that website? What was it called? I think it was called with a W, where they were selling cabinets. Y'all remember that? They were selling cabinets, file cabinets, and they was charging like $30,000 for this file cabinet, and then they found out that they were selling children. What was that website? I forgot what it was called. Somebody write it, right? Wayfair. Thank you, Miss Something. Because somebody that told them wrong, Miss Something. Oh, I don't forget nothing. The Most High calls us to remember. You can't forget. Don't get too comfortable. Don't let them gloss over stuff and you go on and on. I remember everything. Yep, Walmart and Amazon was in it too. Yep, I remember. But so all that don't mean nothing. Oh, I remember everything. You can't pull the wool over my eyes because I don't forget. No, I don't forget. Yeah, Pizzagate and all these. They've been doing this stuff and going over there. What about Bill Gates over there doing the stuff to the Africans, giving them Ebola and giving them AIDS and giving them this and all this stuff? Man, come on. Nah. So, as the documents speak, see, the world's going to panic. Everything going to be exposed. But for the righteous, exposure ain't a threat. The righteous, we don't get scared for it. That's why I tell everything. I'm so transparent because I strive to live righteous according to the Most High. So I'm not scared to expose anything. I expose it myself because exposure ain't a threat to the righteous. It's a sign. See, it's a sign that the Most High is cleansing the land. Expose it, y'all. A sign that the age of deception is dying. Expose it, Father. A sign that the time of accountability has come. Expose it, Abba. Hosea 8:7, for they have sown the wind and they shall reap the whirlwind. Somebody somebody and told you wrong. My book of instructions in Safari Yah that they call the Bible warns me of it all and give me instructions how I'm to move and breathe and have my being. I ain't scared. Come on, Miss Something. I ain't scared at all. You heard? Because I'm living in righteousness and letting all go down. See, the whirlwind has begun. The stirring of the waters is what they call it in the Bible. Stirring the waters. And when it clears, only the truth will be standing. See, our job is not to pick a side. Our job is to actually pick the truth. Right? Our job is to pick a king. Yeah, they want to pick a side. Not the king of politics, not the king of Hollywood, not the king of finance, but the King of Kings. Oh, some might have told them, I'm sorry. I'm not I'm not religious. I just got a relationship. Y'all talk to me. I'm not religious at all. You can miss me with all that. Because if you ain't got, I don't care what Bible you eat. I don't care what you call. I don't care what God you call on. I need to see your fruit. Do you got a relationship with righteousness, with the truth, with the Creator? Nah. Not the king of finance. Oh, not the king of the bag. Not the king of Hermes and Birkin bags. Not the king of Hollywood and celebrated entities, but the King of Kings. The one who can't be bought and manipulated. The one who can't be bought and controlled or silenced. The book of Isaiah 33 says the Most High is our judge. The Most High is our lawgiver. The Most High is our king. So stand firm, beloved. And yes, I know his only Yah's son too. Don't y'all get that twisted. So children of the Most High, the righteous remnant of every nation, kindred, and tongue, you stand firm. You stand clean. You stand righteous. You stand in repentance. You stand and rebirthing yourself daily as we die to the flesh daily. And you stand unmoved by all the chaos that is happening and coming. For the Most High himself is exposing darkness. And it ain't to entertain you, but it's to separate you. You see? It's not to entertain you. It's not for your entertainment. It's for your separation. He is exposing darkness to call you out of the kingdoms of men and into the kingdoms of truth. The kingdom of truth into his bosom. Because the Epstein files are dropping, and that ain't the final chapter. No, that's just another blow of the shofar. Another blast of the trumpet before the judgment. And the remnant who keeps the Most High first, above politics, above party, above personalities, that's who will stand firm and be the ones to survive the shaking and the stirring of the waters. So you let the world trust these politicians. You let the elites trust their influence. You let the wicked trust their secrecy. But as for you, children of the Most High, you trust the Most High. You walk in righteousness. You stay in the light. And the hour is exposure when it comes, and the world will see and they will expose, and everybody will know that the whole Shamayam bear witness and audited the whole thing. You stand in truth, firm 10 toes down. In your righteousness, you stand repentant for your mistakes and your errors. You let your righteous acts outweigh your wicked acts. That's what you do. We ain't going to be perfect. We're going to fall, but you get back up and you dust yourself off. You repent for that error and you try to be a little more righteous next time. You try to help someone and don't worry about this darkness that's coming. You let the Most High stir it on up and shake it on up and work it on out. Because what's going to stand at the end is your righteousness and your light, 10 toes down. Praise the Most High, his holy name, and his rightful order. This has been Epstein Files Shaka. Blacks exposed on the island. Never seen footage. I'm going to retitle it Epstein and his black sidekick. His black side chick kick. Oh, now y'all know. Y'all got a lot of fruit, y'all did it. I put in a lot of work. You know, the Most High be instructing me. I do what he says. And as I'm putting together, I'm like, ooh, this is tea time. I said, I might as well name this Tea Time with Unc. Because y'all, you exposing some things tonight. What these serpents doing. So I don't know if the orange man got anything to do. I don't know if the blue man. All I know is what's coming out of these files that these Democrats got some explaining to do. Because they making everybody think it's only that part, the right side. And all the files is pointing to the left. And Epstein was in the cookie jar. Epstein crazy. Epstein was... This is crazy that Epstein, Miss Something said, Sip, I ain't never did a tea time, but it was funny because I'm like, y'all, this is some tea time. What is going on, Father? It's tea time. All right? So I found out. I'm like, whoa, a Blackity Black was in there. Well, we should have known. We always got, so-called black people, we always got our feet in some mess. That's what got us in the mess in the first place. Right? We always got our feet in somebody's mess, right? Chasing after the bag. The devil's a lie. All right. So, and I think he's still alive too. What's his name? Epstein, the little Diddy, the little Diddy dude. I don't know. They be saying everybody alive. I don't know. I know he ain't died in that New York jail. The devil's alive. Now I ain't no boo the fool. I'm from New York. Ain't no way in the Paul, my language, I don't curse. Ain't no way in the Hades that fool, that the cameras just magically went out. And the guards like, we don't know what happened. The devil's a lie. That boy ain't dead. I ain't nothing but ultra perm. No, Miss Something. You can't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. I wasn't born yesterday. I'm an elder. I grew up in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. I done been through the crack era, the heroin era, the cocaine era. I done went through all of it. You can't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. Now he's somewhere still diddying with his little diddly ding dong. Yeah, he is somewhere still with a little ding dong somewhere. All right. May the Most High cover and bless you all. This has been Epstein's File Shaka. Thank you, Hakyama, for your assistance tonight. Thank you, Elder Yahya Zahn, for your covering. Thank you, young Elder Yasha, for your covering. Thank you, Mashiach Assembly House of Yah, for your covering and welcoming everybody new. Shout out to everybody on the YouTube live stream. So what you could do, there's two streams. One is a long form and the other is a short vertical. So whatever you pick. YouTube did a new thing. May the Most High cover and bless you all. I did it, Father. I put all this work in. We live again Friday, 9 p.m. It's going to be crazy work coming out on Friday. May the Most High bless you all. Go forth and be the light in this dark world and seek the truth of the Most High in spirit and in truth and righteousness. All right? We love you all. From the house of Yah to all of you worldwide. Shalom, everybody. May the Most High cover and bless you all.
He adds secures and hooks us tight. A gift from Yah, eternal life. He sent his son a sacrifice to show how much he loves us. You are loved, you are loved. You are loved, you are loved. You are loved, oh, you are loved. You are loved by Yahuwah.
Praise Yah.
Praise Yah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Bible study every Tuesday, 8 p.m. We having a Zoom Bible study. I'm gonna put email me for the link.
I'm a lion of the tribe of Judah. Say it again. You are the precious chosen people of the Most High.
watching our videos, and we'll see you in the next video.
And we'll see you in the next video. So like and subscribe.
Our channel.
Yeah.
We are the true Hebrews. We are the true ones that fulfill Bible prophecy and scripture.
Yeah.